Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we're gonna have lots of fun. As you can see, we're gonna be playing on the new event. And bro, I woke up yesterday and I saw this event. And I was like, oh my god, what a surprise, just really cool stuff because I really like old school events. And the plan for this week was actually to play an old school event, right? Kind of organize it myself, but we got one, so that's cool. And yeah, I made a video yesterday about it. Immediately I was like, bro, my time to shine. Come on, let's play some old school Yu-Gi-Oh! And today there was just no way I wouldn't make a stream about it, right? I mean, it was supposed to be a Master Awakening stream, but I was like, come on, this event's only for 3 days, right? So, or like, I think 3 or 4. But of course, it's gonna last for a really short period of time, which is annoying, but it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I would prefer if they make these events longer. I've said that multiple times, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Even 3 days, I'll take it, bro. It's better than nothing, right? But yeah, I mean, the 2008 event seems cool, seems fun. I've played a little bit on it, as I said, and there are some interesting decks. This is kind of an interesting meta. Apparently, they're slightly with the events, apparently they're slightly going through the formats like forward, essentially moving forward. We started with, I believe, gold format, then we moved on to a different old school format, and now we're at 2008. I think they're progressively adding, the years here and there for the more interesting formats because there were some more boring times, but seems fun. This is basically, for those of you who don't know, this is the format where Lightsworn was a little more popular, Gladiator Beast, Teledat, basically that deck's returned because Dark Arm Dragon is just ridiculous. And yeah, these are kind of the mainstream decks, and then we had some nice side options. By the way, I am gonna be playing a majority of time bunch of rogue decks and side options. I'm not gonna play the mainstream format decks because, for one, I don't really like that decks Teledat. I think this is kind of kind of boring because most people did play Teledat and it was a dominant deck back then, and I just really don't like playing it that much now. But of course, I mean, it's one of the better decks to play. There's also Lightsworn, but I actually talked about old school formats in Master Duel a while ago. And a lot of viewers said that it's in a bit of a expensive spot because, some of the cards are URs, you gotta craft them and all that. And Lightsworn is exactly that in the current event, dude. I looked it up because I was preparing deck list for today's stream. I looked up the Lightsworn deck, bro. In that time, the majority of decks ran around 2 copies of Judgment Dragon, which is a UR that primarily you won't use in the current Lightsworn deck, so yeah. And you playset of Honest. Honest is a UR. So it's like 3 copies of Honest, dude. No one has them, right? But I remember 2008 playing Morphotronic, good physical card. I haven't seen Morphotronic in 2008, actually. I'm not sure if it... I didn't really prepare a Morphotronic deck. Again, I have a bunch of decks prepared. If there are any suggestions, I've probably missed something because, that isn't the most famous format. 2008 wasn't like the most well-known format for me, so I haven't exactly seen that much variety, I guess. But, I've built a couple of decks. I'm gonna show you these decks in a little bit. They're fun. They're fun. I think I've built some pretty fun decks here and there. It's also kind of the start of the Synchro era and all that, but the Synchro pool is not very good in the sense that it doesn't have much variety. It's primarily just, playing like a couple of Synchro monsters, multiple copies of. For example, if you want to play the best possible extra deck and you play like a Plague Spreader Zombie, which is one of the main tuners, you want to play like 2 or 3 copies of Stardust Dragon. Bro, there's no way I'm gonna craft like playset of Stardust Dragon, right? I just crafted one and whatever. It's not perfect, but it is really expensive, which I don't really like. I would prefer if they kind of like, I don't know, dude, maybe like try to drop the rarity of some cards because it's ridiculous. For example, 3 copies of Honest, which is a UR, it's ridiculous. First of all, I don't know why Honest is even a UR. I mean, that's a whole different question. But really expensive stuff. I unfortunately think it's a little too expensive. Most people will probably not have much fun on this event because of that, and I completely understand. I mean, it's a lot of URs. But yeah, also one of the most well-known cards back then was Goyo Guardian. Unfortunately, Goyo Guardian is summonable using only Earth Tuner here, so you cannot actually summon it. But it was a great card that you could have lots of fun with. Unfortunately, the errata is the current Goyo Guardian version, so it doesn't work very well. And there are also a couple of cards that aren't exactly in that format, right? Even though some cards were limited to 1, to 2, to 3, and all that, there are some changes. Master Duel kind of includes their own version of the formats, not exactly the regular ban list for them. That was the same with like gold format in Master Duel. You weren't able to play Graceful Charity, Delinquent Duo, even though they are staples in gold format. Here, you cannot play Premature Burial, for example, it's banned. You cannot play some other things I noticed. And some, there are some differences in terms of the ban list currently and with these formats, which is interesting, right? But again, the rarity is just too much. I really dislike that. But anyways, let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna hop into the game here to show you the decks for today, essentially. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be playing some of the mainstream decks because they're also expensive and they're not particularly fun to me. So yeah, these are the two reasons. Especially, for example, Lightsworn is not because it's not a fun deck. It's just expensive. Like, there's no way I'm gonna craft playset of Honest in order to play Lightsworn in 2008 for 3 days. This is just ridiculous. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. Alright, so today we have 4 different decks that I've prepared for you guys. First of all, we're gonna be playing some gadgets. Now, this is more of a fun tempo/aggro deck that really benefits from the gadgets and like creature swap and a bunch of removal and battle traps and just, spells. It's kind of a cool deck because it utilizes the gadgets to search another gadget, so it gives you a little bit of value here and there, and you can also utilize a couple of nice cards that essentially switch targets or just, make monsters less powerful than them, and you just generate a bunch of bodies. Unfortunately, you don't really do that much with them, so it's more of a weaker side of deck, but it's still decent enough. We also play the Banisher of Radiance, which is the only floodgatey effect that I play. You can play more, I just decided not to do that. This is kind of a cool one because it counters every DAT deck, which is kind of important for the event. And yeah, overall, this is kind of it. We also have a couple of interesting cards like Spirit Reaper, Grandmo, which is a staple, Gores, Breaker, and all that. And yeah, I mean, I do like it. It's a tempo deck. It's nothing too complicated. It's kind of fun, and that's all. Also, let me check. The second deck we have is gonna be a Monarch deck using a bunch of different Monarchs that we have access to that just hand rip or just bounce or just destroy you something or banishing and all that. And we use stuff like Soul Exchange to tribute my opponent's monsters. And we play a more flip-based strategy. Now, you could play more of a tributing strategy where you just tribute a bunch of monsters or floaters and kind of use something like Creature Swap to swap targets so you can pop them, summon another target and all that. But I prefer to play flip monsters because they typically replace themselves or give you a little bit of value there. And we have a couple of nice ones in the face of Gravekeeper Sky. Gravekeeper Spy is one of them. We also have Mask of Darkness, being able to retrieve a trap card, and we primarily use trap cards to just get more value. We also have the all of the Monarchs here available, the best ones, including this guy, which is actually a negate. It's not a bad card because it's kind of like a Stardust Dragon. It's pretty decent. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. Everything else is just nice staples. We also have the Koichi, which can draw you a couple of cards. Nothing too complicated there, just tributing some Monarchs. The third one. This one I'm very excited about because it's actually 6 Samurai and it uses Great Shogun as well as the Grandmaster. I think this is one of the cooler aggro/tempo decks in the meta. Not necessarily the best possible option, but it is kind of fun. It also gives you a bunch of removal like set spells and trap cards. We also can target face-up spells and trap cards. And we have a bunch of battle effects that can kind of counter our opponent's plays. And we of course utilize the 6 Samurai United, which I by the way got a rolled version of it, which was pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a simple 6 Samurai deck, just tempo based deck. It's kind of cool, I do like it. 3-born Frog and Monarchs as well. Yeah, bro, 3-born Frog is also a UR. Dude, I didn't want to craft it. Look at this. I don't know how this is a UR, but yeah, it's a UR. We don't necessarily need that, by the way, but it is nice to have. You're right. And yeah, the fourth deck is gonna be Zombies. My personal favorite deck is Zombies. However, I did showcase it in my previous video that I uploaded yesterday. So I'm gonna focus on that a little bit less. Although I think this is very, very fun deck. You do need Card of Safe Return, however, which is, you know, not every person wants to get that, right? But it is a really good card. It's absolutely absurd because you have so much Monster Reborn effects. You also have these cards. They're all really good. And yeah, I mean, let's just get into the gameplay. Like, dude, let's just play some Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm primarily gonna be using those 3 decks though. But, you know, it's fine. I think they're all very fun and very strong. Again, if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. I would like to try out new stuff, but for now, I'm just gonna play the decks that I've created because I think they are the more interesting ones. With, of course, the exceptions that I'm not playing stuff like, as I said, Lightsworn or that because they're either very expensive or very boring to me and all that. Let's start with gadgets. You know, we're gonna be playing a couple of games with each and just going back and forth with them. I think that would be a nice way to do it, just to not be repetitive all the time. But I would love to see how every deck performs here. This current meta, by the way, doesn't have that crazy of a control style gameplay in the sense that you can play floodgate decks, but they're not as powerful as they are in previous formats, as well as the fact that floodgates are really just boring and I didn't want to play them, of course. But yeah, speaking of floodgates, this is our floodgate that we're gonna be using now, which is a very strong one. We're just gonna set 3. Dude, Banisher of Light is, by the way, really strong card because it basically makes that impossible to go because you cannot special summon it, right? If you use Banisher of Light, you cannot get to that anytime soon, which is really good. They have to deal with that. And with a bunch of cards that just stop them from being able to do it, it's just a slow, grindy pace game that just wins you the game eventually. I don't see them winning the game against that thing. Yeah, that's Buster Blader. I haven't seen this deck, by the way. I don't know what it's supposed to do. It could be interesting. Let's see. I'm very surprised to see what people are gonna come up with because I've seen some very interesting decks in this event. I haven't thought about them much. Alright, so this is gonna be more of a Buster Blader style deck. I'm not gonna use anything on that because I can just shrink it and get rid of it, right? It's just a better option. Alright, that's good. Okay, so now during the damage step, we're gonna be using it. Okay, just a little bit of a battle trap type of thing. I haven't used that card in a while, but it's a pretty popular card in most of these older formats. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they play that as long as we just banish everything and just irrelevant. Doesn't matter what they do, which is very strong, of course. Oh, we got the first gadget, the yellow gadget. All right, that is good. I think this is the lowest attack one, but it's not that big of a deal. All we do with them is just get an additional body and push for damage a little bit more and more. If that's Torrential, okay. Please don't hit the Solemn. Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. The Trap Hole is fine. As long as Solemn remains on the field, I'm okay with that. I would hope to not lose the Solemn to something like that, which would be a little bit annoying. They have a trap or spell they can set too. Interesting information there. Well, let's just proceed to the battle phase. Please don't Mirror Force me. Okay, that's nice. No Mirror Force. By the way, yesterday, I actually had a really cool game where I predicted Mirror Force with Stardust Dragon. That was very good. If you watched the video yesterday, and I lost the game despite that, which was very silly, but we had fun there. Another skilled white magician, dude. Well, I'm gonna need to solemn that because, yeah, I mean, just tempo play. If they don't have anything else, by the way, they lose the game already, which is very interesting. Gadgets are definitely slapping. And just to make it a little more old school, you have the Jinzo here. Jinzo looks amazing. This main's absolutely beautiful, dude. Alright. Is that gonna be game? Let's normal summon the green gadget here. We're gonna get additional cards. Now, please don't Torrential me. I don't play around Torrential, but I wanna get game, you know? I don't want to give them extra turn, which probably is gonna cost me a lot of resources if they do have Torrential, but yeah, dude, come on. They already had it in the previous turn as well, but they didn't use it. Well, I mean, that was the risk of the job, dude. That was the risk. Cool thing is, gadgets do replace themselves, so that means we're still gonna have value and you know, cards on the field. But alright, well, I'm just gonna set Shrink just in case they have like a spare or chop card removal to kind of just bait them into using it. And yeah, we still have Banisher, so we can utilize that. I feel very silly for playing Banisher, by the way. I feel like I'm playing a stun deck just by playing this card, but it is a very good counter card that just stops every, like, you know, graveyard relevant deck just completely denying them. The only card that's really relevant in the graveyard is mostly just utilizing it is just like that, but it's still decent, I guess. I'm very technical when it comes down to these old school formats. I'm literally just thinking how to play the meta, how to do things, just really fun. Whenever the game doesn't end in the first like 2 turns, it's just lots of fun to figure out things. So I'm gonna normal summon Banisher again, and we do have already the Shrink, so I am fine with just proceeding to the battle phase and using it. I could get countered, which is not lovely, but it is what it is. If I get countered, it's, you know, fine, basically. Alright, let's just stop that. I don't think there's any counter traps available for spell cards, so I don't think they can really do much about it, unless they have like a Mirror Force or something like that. Okay, never mind. That's very good. And we have the Bottomless, which is even better. We're still controlling the game, dude. That is very nice. Controlling the game with a tempo-based deck is actually really strong and surprisingly hard to deal with for our opponent, dude. We just have lots of removal. That's kind of the idea with tempo decks. Setting 2 back row. Well, the cool thing is Torrential is at 1, so we could risk it, but it depends. I guess we could risk it because we get another gadget anyway, so I'm just gonna utilize it this way. I think that's a good idea overall. Fun fact, a lot of cards are actually... Oh, come on, dude. Second copy of Dust Tornado for my Bottomless. Well, I mean, I do have Solemn, so it's kind of fine. It's okay. They do play a lot of back row removal. They maybe want to counter stuff like Floodgates, which is... Yeah, makes sense. I mean... Dude, by the way, fun fact, I actually have a friend of mine who also plays old school formats with me every now and then. And he plays Floodgate effects most of the time, Floodgate decks. And he calls it Control. Now... This is pure toxicity, it's not control, but he does that, and every time I play against him and I win, when I basically cite a bunch of like back row removal, he's like, oh yeah, you're just playing because you know my deck. Well, what am I supposed to do when you play like 10 Floodgates, right? So it's like, yeah, okay, you counter me. Oh, sure. Of course, you play 10 Floodgates and I'm countering. Anyways, Gorse is kind of useless right now, they don't really summon much, but... Alright, let's go yellow gadget. By the way, did they actually have... They had playset of Skilled White Magician in their opening hand or the next draw or something, which is very surprising. Alright, that's some additional damage. Very good. But I'm low on life points because I activated Solemn Judgment again, and I would have used it, you know, more times too. I gotta be careful with the life points. If I use Solemn Judgment, I'm gonna be at 1150. DNA Surgery, okay. There's some Buster Blader shenanigans, dude. I mean, it doesn't matter if I just Solemn the Buster Blader. It's not like it makes a difference, you know? They can make everything Dragon if they want, but it doesn't really bother me much. I'm not really sure what Buster Blader deck is supposed to do here. I guess when you get advantage with it, it becomes a little bit more powerful, but they can't really summon it because I just negate every summon. And speaking of negate, I mean, yeah, let's just use it on this. This is actually a pretty strong monster. 2000 attack is not something I'm able to deal with without removal, so I'm just gonna have to be safe here. And now, let's see if that's gonna be enough. We do have 26 damage, they do have 2500 health, so... It should be game. Dude, Gadget scored the win. Oh my god, that deck is actually really good. Wow, I didn't expect it, by the way. I thought that it's gonna be like a mid option. Surprisingly, it is very good. Primarily because we have access to a whole bunch of removal style effects that just slow things down, of course. Especially against a deck that needs to tribute summon as long as you don't give them monsters. It's like, you know. But yeah, I mean, dude, a lot of people underestimate gadgets in these formats because... They are not anything significant, but being able to get an additional body as well and replenish it is just so good because your opponent will eventually be forced to deal with it, and when you get access to additional one, you just keep on summoning, keep on summoning. Yeah, we actually get the Cyber Dragon here, which is not particularly amazing. Oh, we get the Trap the Shoot. Let's go, dude. Oh, yeah, we can use that. All right, well, I'm probably gonna need to summon Banisher. I can bring it back with Monster Reborn, so I'm fine with that if they use like a removal. Let's activate Trap the Shield, dude. I haven't used that card in ages. And by the way, it's actually limited to 1 in this format, which is very interesting. Let's see what we get rid of. Let's see what the hand rep is gonna be. All right, they're playing Fire Tempo. Oh, so they currently cannot deal with our monsters. I'm gonna deal with the Raging Flame Sprite because they do have a bunch of floodgates that I'm gonna be, you know, not able to deal with. So as long as they don't have the ability to attack as well, that would be great. Fun fact, Vanisher is level 3, so we can attack with it if they do have a limit area, which is nice. Also, I could have actually activated Creature Swap and just get their own Witch, which would have been even more funny, bro. Imagine that. I could have stolen it, which would have been so funny. Wow. I didn't think about that, though. Alright, that's UFO Turtle, and yeah, of course, that's gonna be some Born strategy here. And sure, I mean, I could just beat over it, but I would prefer if I get a... Yeah, dude, that is definitely what I needed. Alright, let's go, dude. And now I'm gonna show you why he's in a very annoying spot. I mean, Spirit Reaper here is just nasty. I can hand rip him for 1. And he needs to rely on top decks now and set everything on the field, which is horrible for him. This card is actually very strong, by the way. If anyone hasn't seen what Spirit Reaper does, cannot be destroyed by battle. It also hand rips whenever it deals damage. So this is ridiculous. And paired with the Banisher, which we have access to, we basically hand rip for 1 and banish it straight up, which is like, you know, ridiculous. That's so cool. Honestly, that's very cool strategy. That's why this card is limited to 1 here. And now they're gonna take a little bit of damage. Also, this card is significantly better when you play it paired with zombies. And when I played zombies yesterday, it was very strong because we have access to it with like Pyramid Turtle or something like that. And as you can see, they just can't get rid of it. And yeah, that's very good. So here, I would like for them to not have a monster on the field. How do I do this though? Spirit Reaper is brutal. Yeah, it is, dude. But I'm in a very tough spot. They have, like, you know, Messenger of Peace is a really problematic card to deal with here. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do against it. Oh, man. I guess I'm gonna go with defense mode and just stall the game until I find removal. Dude, I hate floodgate effects. This is so ridiculous. I don't know why people play, like, stun decks in these formats as well. It's just absurd to me. I don't see why. They just want to bully people, I guess. Okay. The problem is they're also gonna gain 500 every time, and they're gonna lose like 100. Technically, they cannot lose the game because when this gives them 500, this gives them 1, and it's like, yeah, mate, there's no way. I'm gonna need to find Heavy Storm. I do play Heavy Storm. Hey, yeah, of course they're gonna have the Lava Golem, dude. Yeah, come on, dude. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, man. Well, I just need a Heavy Storm, please. Can you give me Heavy Storm? Oh my god, that is also good enough. That is also good enough, dude. Oh, wait, do I win the game? I don't think so, but I'm gonna be pretty close. Let's normal summon. Let's get rid of a back row card. I'm gonna get rid of course, Messenger of Peace. I mean, it's already the best target. Now, attack mode. Now, I can activate Monster Reborn and Creature Swap, basically taking his UFO Turtle so he doesn't get the whole, you know, basically the whole floating effect. As long as he doesn't float into anything, it's good enough for me. I'm also gonna bring back the Banisher because I just want to give him the Banisher. Or actually, no, I'm gonna give him the Breaker. It's fine. Alright, Joe, that's already good enough. I got this, I got this. I think I'm gonna win. It's a pretty strong tempo play here. A lot of resources spent for that. And technically, it's not a great idea to steal a floating monster because if they destroy it, they get additional float. But, you know, it's not that big of a deal as long as they don't top deck a monster here. And even if they do, they need a floodgate because they just gave me a 3000 attack beat stick. I'll take it. I'll take it. And also, throwback to Lava Golem, dude, Merrick. That was a long time ago. By the way, is that Joey on the artwork? I'm not actually sure, but I think that might be Joey here. I don't know who else it will be. Come on, dude. Second copy of Messenger, you're gonna top deck. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. I don't know how they do it, but I can at least attack with my UFO turtle, which is nice. Let's just tribute summon, so we don't have the lava golem here. Basically, give us a little bit of time to work with things. Let's just attack for 14. And at best, I'm gonna need, at worst part of me, I'm gonna need 2 attacks to win the game. As long as they don't top deck a monster, of course. The very bad thing is, if they top deck another UFO turtle and they just crash both of them, that will be super bad for me. They do have one of it in the deck. Alright, they're gonna set a monster. I can creature swap that, so it's fine. Although, I'm not sure if that's a great idea. Maybe it is. Technically, it's not the terrible idea. I would assume this is gonna be another floater, so I'm just gonna go Banisher in defense mode. I'm gonna go for a very technical play here. Let's see what he has. Alright, so he has a life point gainer, which is, you know, not terrible, I guess. It does slow me down with a turn, but it is what it is. I'm gonna set Torrential even though I lose life points to this, because I just want to be able to have a solution if they do summon something problematic. For example, drawing a second UFO turtle, if I activate Torrential, they just lose the floaters, which is good. Still, I'm in a tough spot because of that, but, you know. And I'm also gonna be able to gain some life points, hopefully. If they don't get rid of the monster, that is. Please don't set anything, dude. That will be game. Oh, that might be game, okay. There's a chance, there's a chance. Let's see what I top deck. This is very good, but I don't want to commit it on the field because I don't necessarily need to. Is that Torrential? It might be, but, you know, if he doesn't use it now, it doesn't matter. It was Torrential, dude. I think it was. Anyways, that was it, dude. Floodgates cannot win against me. That was a second time beating a stun player. It feels so good, honestly. Every time I beat a stun player, I'm like, okay, that's very nice. That's very good. And yeah, bro, like some of these cards are so annoying because Floodgates don't stop them, right? Even if you activate Messenger of Peace, every single gadget can attack, which is so cool. And even if they summon a bigger beast stick, you just go for like Shrink and you deal with that. So definitely a good idea to play these guys against a Floodgate like that. There's also a Floodgate with Limit Area B, which can also be very annoying. But it makes your monsters that are level 4 or higher to defense mode. Meaning, of course, if you do play lower than level 4, it's very good. Banisher is level 3 and it has 1600 attack, which is very nice. That's actually a very cool thing to have. And of course, we do draw it again, which is very nice. Our hand is looking ridiculously good. I'm not gonna commit too many resources though. I'm just gonna go set one. And do I commit another one to this? I guess if they have like a Mystical Space Typhoon, it would be nice. If they have Heavy Storm, that might be a problem. But yeah, we also have Nobleman for any sort of set monster, which is very good. That can stop a lot of the flip effects or like, you know, floating effects. Very useful. Banishing Kaiku. Alright. I mean, Kaiku is actually a very cool card as well here to counter Graveyard as well. I am playing it, however, it's not gonna come up as often. It's more so useful in a gold format. I think Kaiku saw a lot more play in gold format, simply because there are a lot of chaos strategies that use the Graveyard a lot more. Allure again, okay. That's a lot of draws and a lot of value here. Banishing, oh wow, he's actually playing Monarchs, and he gave up one of the best Monarchs, very interesting. Sure, alright. Well, I have the Nobleman, so it's fine. They won't be able to tribute summon this turn. Alright, let's see what I top deck. Another bottomless, that's very good. I'm gonna use the Nobleman right now, because I do have the ability to do so. Maybe if that's a flip effect, it will be a little bit annoying. I would assume it is. Okay, yeah, it is the Gravekeeper Spy. And let's look at the opponent's deck here. They have Didi Crow, which doesn't matter against me. They also have the Ally of Justice, which is, yeah, I mean, it's fine. This is a very good card. And they also have Dark Griffer Malicious. Okay, and they are playing that. Well, we're gonna be able to counter that with the Banisher, which is very good. Dude, by the way, Nobleman is just ridiculous. It banishes all copies of the card, and then you also get to look at their whole deck. It's just wow. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what they do here, it's fine. Also, I could have went for... Oh, dude, I should have went for Snipe Hunter. I should have tried to get rid of Swords of Revealing Light. Yeah, maybe I misplayed a little bit here. I am gonna just bottomless that, because why not? But yeah, I should have went for Snipe Hunter on the Swords of Revealing Light. Maybe that would have given me some more damage. Alright, let's see what I top deck here. We got Creature Swap. That could be decent against Monarchs. We're gonna normal summon. Let's activate. Come on. Let me just hit like a good enough number, right? Target the swords. Let's roll the dice. Come on. That's a 1. Come on, dude. Oh, I'm gonna have to use it again, dude. I'm gonna get rid of this. Come on. Please, please. Anything but 1 and 6. Alright, that's good enough. That's good enough. I could have done that last turn, as I said, which would have been way better. But it's still good enough. I'll take it, dude. I'll take it. What do they have? Oh, they have Gors? Oh, that's a bit of a cheeky one. Well, I mean... Alright, in that case, yeah, I'm in a little bit of a pickle now. Okay, I'm gonna have to pass turn. Well, I think that game has now been completely lost. Honestly, I think I just lost the game here. Gors is way too much. Yep, battle phase. I'm gonna Book of Moon because I have no other choice. And I'm gonna try to get rid of it with my Snipe Hunter, basically. But yeah, it's a long shot, of course. It's a very long shot. Especially if they tribute summon for a Monarch. They did. Alright, summoning the Chaos, I can deal with that, which is very good. So, yeah. Chain the bottomless. As you can see, by the way, they target Banisher, which means they really want to deal with it so they can use their Dad cards, which is very good. And we do lose it, but it is what it is. As long as the graveyard is empty, I'm not too scared. Oh, that's now gonna be an issue. If they have like a Plague Spreader. Did they have one? I don't think so. But they have Malicious. Yeah. Okay, by the way, Foolish Bidder is actually a 2, which is pretty cool. And a third... Bro! How do... What? A third Allure? That's too much, dude! Come on! Bro, he drew like 6 cards and he banished another Kaiko. Okay. A red gadget is not good enough. But it is decent, I guess. I am probably gonna have to summon it and just get another gadget and use the Snipe Hunter. Come on, dude. Come on. We need this luck. We need this to go through. Gambling is the way to go in life, basically. Oh yeah, that's good enough. Alright. We might have a shot at this. And what the very annoying thing is, I could have dealt a little more damage if I were to do that earlier, but, you know. Hopefully they don't have a monster, dude. They might not have a monster considering the fact that they have like a lot of monarchs and higher level monsters, but they do have the malicious in the grave that can go for another one. They do have the monster reborn for the Gors. Ah, man, doesn't really matter now. Oh, and what? This card is available? I should have played that in my zombie deck. What? Okay, that's a very cool card. It goes for what? I guess malicious or no, Alley of Justice. Alright, I mean, they just want to get three dark monsters in the grave, right? Their goal is to get 3 dark monsters so they can go for that, but it doesn't really matter. I'm already behind. I mean, 3 times Allure of Darkness is good enough to me, you know? There's nothing I can do about it. Alright, that was it. Pretty decent try, but there's no way, dude. Pot of Greed for 3 times, pretty much. A little too much. Can't do much about it. Alright, we're gonna roll with another deck now. Let's play a couple of games with another list. So, I'm gonna be playing now the Monarch deck myself, because I do have it available. Bro, I actually clicked on every single button, not the copy deck. Yep, this is the list. I think this is a pretty cool list overall. Let's see what we're gonna do with that. I don't think Monarchs are that incredible here, but I guess they could be decent. Depending on the matchup, they could be decent. Again, I'm not playing that because I really don't want to play him, you know. I don't know why, dude. There's something about it that just makes me annoyed because, like, in every old school format, whenever there's any sort of, like, graveyard-based deck like Chaos or Tell That or whatever, people just spam that already and I'm too tired of seeing it. We do have Soul Exchange, that's very good, and a Cyber Dragon, and a Banish. Wow, that's very good. And Trap the Shoot, which is probably gonna be useless because we didn't go first, but it is what it is. I'll take it. I think this is a very strong hand. A lot of advantage can be generated. And we're playing against Lightsworn, which is pretty cool. Set 1 and Laiwa. Laiwa is gonna mill. Let's hope he doesn't hit anything relevant. That's very good. They didn't hit anything relevant. Let's see what we top deck here. Breaker. Oh my god, dude. Breaker is so good. Alright, we're probably gonna use the Breaker and not Tribute Summon because Caius is gonna be a little bit of a later stage of the gameplay. I don't want to utilize it so early because it can deal with anything and I want to wait. Oh yeah, of course they're gonna have the Torrential, dude. Well, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. That was a very good play. Torrential was, quite frankly, the only trap card that could have countered me that well, but it is what it is. You know, we still have more tools, so it's fine. Let's just hit rip for one, though. We have Trap the Shoot here. Trap the Shoot, let's see what we hit. I would assume they're gonna have a normal summon available. Yep, they do. Plague Spreader is not that big of a deal. Herald of Creation is actually pretty decent once they have a target for it, but they currently don't. So I'm just gonna get rid of the Lumina because it's the best play for the time being. Hopefully they don't have anything better there. I didn't actually remember the cards in their hand, which was a little, you know, I could have looked at them a little longer. They do have Heavy Storm though, which is a little too nasty as well. I'm gonna have to find a way to deal with that. So here, I do want to go Gravekeeper Spy, but they're probably gonna Tribute Summon, which is very annoying. You know? I'm not sure how to solve that problem here. I do have a pretty nasty problem now. I would assume that that's pretty bad. Well, I'm gonna set the Spy just in case they decide to not Tribute Summon, which is probably not gonna happen because it's a very good power play, but who knows? You know, there might be a shot. Either way, we do float into another flip, so it's not terrible. I do like that at the very least. But yeah, this deck is a little bit of a slower paced flip deck until it gets going because, you know, Monarchs. And usually one of the best synergies are with Reckless Greed and also the Mask of Darkness, because you can keep on drawing 2 cards, which is ridiculously powerful, but it is a little bit troublesome. Plague Spreader normal summon is actually a pretty decent play to go for. Summoning the Flame Veil, that is a pretty annoying card, by the way, but it's not gonna deal that much damage. They can also bring back the Plague Spreader, go for like a Colossal Fighter, and that's usually a very strong target, but I'm gonna just deal with it with the Chaos because, yeah, just OP. But, you know, it's still very good. I actually should have included this card in my zombie deck yesterday, dude. I forgot to add this. I didn't know there are good level 6 synchro targets outside of the ones that I added there. Alright. Let's see if I'm gonna be right, dude. I think that's gonna be a Colossal Fighter because it's the most power force of a play. It's just a powerhouse of a card. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Nope, Red Dragon Archfiend. That is also a decent one. I think that Colossal Fighter is the safer option, but I'm not gonna argue with that. Gravekeeper Spy now, pretty good. And then they basically destroy, but I get to use the effect of Gravekeeper Spy. And I'm gonna just go for another copy of Gravekeeper Spy here, which is also fine. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of good. So yeah, the problem is I'm gonna lose it anyways, as I said, but whatever, dude. Good you? I'm doing great, dude. The moment I saw that we have an old school Yu-Gi-Oh event, I'm doing amazing now. Alright, let's see what we top deck. This is a very good one, but I do know they have Heavy Storm, so I'm a little hesitant to set it on the field. Let's go Dekuichi. I'm gonna set it actually because even if they use like a Heavy Storm, it's a 1-for-1, so technically it doesn't hurt me that much. But yeah, the Red Dragon Archfiend is actually very problematic because even if you float into something else, they're just gonna destroy it. So I guess that was also a very good play they can go for. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it like this. I don't care. If I draw any other good trap card, it will be nice, but you know, Solemn had to go. They're gonna also bring back a monster, which is a lot of tempo. Oh man, this is too much tempo. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to deal with that. Probably I'm gonna have to use the Soul Exchange next turn, and that will be great. I don't think that's game right. They don't have enough damage, so that's cool. At least I'm gonna survive to see another day. Alright, so that's gonna destroy my Dekuichi, and also Dekuichi is gonna draw me an extra card, which I don't particularly care about. I mean, it's just fine. And top decking Reckless Greed is actually a very good top deck. That was a very nice one. Talking about the old school Yu-Gi-Oh! I kinda recovered my old spell counter structure deck. I want to make something new that works in Master Duel now. There is actually a spell counter deck like Buster Blader with, you know, the Magicians. They're really not that bad. Milling Judgment Dragon to the graveyard, also milling a bunch of Light Swords. That's fine. And yeah, it's time to break the field, dude. I can actually break the whole field now. This is very good, by the way. Literally a 2-card combo, breaking the entire board. So exchange, I'm gonna target the Red Dragon Archfiend. I'm gonna Tribute Summon. Bada boom, bada bam, no Red Dragon Archfiend. We summon the Caius, which is very nice, and it has a cool animation. And now we are going to banish a card, and I'm gonna banish, I guess, Laiwa. It doesn't really make a difference. Set 1 just to get a little bit more tempo going, and now we cannot go into the battle phase, but it is what it is. As long as we deal with the Laiwa, it's not that bad. Actually, oh man, wait, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot this card is not activatable when it's summoned. Oh man. I should have gotten rid of the Lumina. Okay. Well, that was on me. I thought that this effect is on summon. I forgot that it's once per turn that he can reuse. Wait, what? He's gonna... Oh, he has Honest. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna go Reckless Greed, draw 2 cards, and that's it. If they use the Honest here, I'm honestly fine. Bro, honestly fine. Okay, that was dumb anyways. Yeah, they also... by the way, unique playset of that, as I said, it is very cool. Mill 3 more cards, nothing useful. No draw phase as well, but that's okay. I probably should have used it after the draw phase. That was a little bit of a misplay by me, but whatever. Let's just normal summon the Dekuichi, battle phase. Wasn't it the structure deck with the D-Zone card? I'm not sure. Let's beat over it. That's very nice. Now, yeah, of course, as I said, Reckless Greed should have been used on my turn. So I get the draw and then I get 2 more draws. But yeah, I kind of just misplayed on that part. It was a little bit of a botch by me. I haven't played these decks in a while, dude. Sometimes I misplay. We do have a solution to everything he summons, basically, with Book of Moon. Setting a monster. Okay, what could that be? I would assume it's gonna be a Raikou. Raikou is the most notable one. No draw phase again, which is a little sad. Well, let's just beat over the Raikou. Unfortunately, I don't have anything I can do. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. Of course, I do know that he has it. Maybe he's gonna target the back row. If he does, it's fine. Bro, always hitting the wolf. Every single time they hit the wolf, dude. Oh my god. At this point, it's just ridiculous. Every time I play against Lightsworn here, they always hit the wolf whenever they mill with Raikou. I don't know how that happens, but it does. It just does. We have Book of Moon, so technically it's not terrible. Normal summoning also Jane. Well, I'm gonna lose one of my monsters. Okay. Attacking with Jane, and I'm gonna let that go, but I am gonna Book of Moon the Wolf, which is very nice. Okay. Let's activate Book of Moon here. Boom, defense mode. So now I can flip the Mask of Darkness, get back a trap card. I'm probably gonna go for Reckless Greed because it's gonna give me more draws. But again, I made a very big misplay. I should have activated Reckless Greed later, but I made a misplay there. It was very annoying, and I do regret that a lot. Now Mask is gonna bring back a Reckless Greed, which is still nice. And I'm gonna beat over the Wolf. So unless they have an additional normal summon, they're not gonna win the game. However, if they get another normal summon, even though I have Solemn Judgment, this will put me at exactly 900, which will lose me the game. So I'm hoping they don't draw anything good, right? If they do, I just lose the game. Come on, please don't top deck, please don't top deck. No okay, no monsters. Wow, we get to live another turn. That's nice. All right, it's fine. Yep. What list did you advise me with the spell counter? It's Buster Blader with the 2 magicians that have counters on them. I don't know the name of them. But I think if you Google Buster Blader 2008 format or like gold format, you're gonna get something along the lines of that, I believe. We actually played against it last game. You can check out the last game as well. All right, let's see what we top deck. Oh, monster. Oh, that's a good one. Let's also go Reckless Greed because we can afford to do that. Let's see what we get. Another Reckless Greed, that's fine. Let's go with Monster Reborn here. I am gonna bring back the maybe Red Dragon Archfiend. I think it would be a good one, you know, all things considered. Let's go Red Dragon Archfiend, dude. It has to be a good one, right? It has to be a good card. All right, let's summon it. It has an animation, which is very cool. And we can beat over the Jane. Also, we have MST for any back row, and we have future value with Reckless Greed, even though we just skip our draw phases. And we have a Solemn, so I would assume I'm gonna have an extremely good play for the next couple of turns, right? And of course, this doesn't matter. So yeah, I would assume we have a way to win this game now. We might have gotten out of the gutter, dude. We might have flipped the game. Come on, let's see. It really doesn't matter what they do because I have the Solemn for this turn. I would hope for them not to summon anything that relevant, so I use the Solemn on that, but it is what it is. Activating Soul Charge. So, I mean, Soul Recharge -1. I am absolutely gonna Solemn that because I don't want to give them the ability to draw multiple cards. It is greedy. It is very greedy play, but hey, I mean, I want to stop the pot of greed, you know? Surely that's not a bad play. And I'm also gonna go Reckless Greed and just draw 2 more cards. This is the value town, guys. I'm telling you, this card is ridiculously powerful in Monarchs here. It's so good. It's so good. And now we're gonna go with let's see. I'm gonna go with Gravekeeper's Guard, and I'm gonna set up a potential to get game. Oh no, wait, no, that dude. Wait, is that gonna destroy my Gravekeeper's Guard? Oh, I forgot about the Red Dragon Archfiend effect, dude. Oh my god. So if I were not to, if it wasn't for the Red Dragon Archfiend, it's a great play because I can flip it, and when they have like a face down monster, I just bounce it and win the game. But I'm just stupid and I, you know, didn't think about that. Anyways, though, we do have the Dekuichi, so that's gonna be a lot of damage. Gorse is in the graveyard, so they have nothing they can utilize, and we won the game. Somehow we got out of the gutter and managed to win this. Wow, that was a great game, honestly. That was a fantastic game. We managed to win it somehow and scrape the bottom of the barrel here. Turn 17, the good old times. Yeah, dude, it's so fun. I just have a really good time playing on these events. Oh my god. And this deck is actually very fun. I really didn't expect to win this one. I thought that I'm gonna lose. But, you know, I got very lucky that he didn't top deck anything that great. Let's go first now, and that's amazing. Alright. Double Reckless Greed and a Trap Dust Shield and a Card Virus. Oh my god. And we draw Solar Recharge, so exchange, pardon me, which is still nice. So, you know what? I'm gonna go like this, like this, like this. And I'm a pass turn here. I could have said the other Reckless Greed, but I don't want to be too reckless. Anyways. I don't know why this is even funny, dude, but yeah, it is funny for me, I guess. Trap the Shield, let's get rid of something. Let's see what they have. They have double Bestiary, and they have a, oh my god, and a Prove It. Oh, wow. Whoa, that is a stacked hand, bro. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna get rid of this. Oh, no, I can't. I can only get rid of the Bestiary, but they have another one. Reinforcements can get him another Gladiator Beast card. They can search another Gladiator Beast card, and they have a counter trap card. Sure. Yeah, completely okay, yeah. Surely I don't lose the game. Too bad that the rewards are not so great. Yeah, but I'm playing for fun, so... Alright, normal summoning Elemental Hero Prisma, which is supposed to go for a Gladiator Beast card in general, but never mind, they're not even gonna use it, okay? Flipping my Gravekeeper Spy is actually a wonderful thing for me, because I get to summon another one on the field. Let's just summon the other one. Actually, wait, no, I made a misplay, dude. I should have summoned the Gravekeeper's Guard and used my Crush Card Virus. That was on me, that was on me. That was on me, I should have done that. That was a botch. Anyway, set 1. Alright, it is my turn. Let's just top deck and then I'm gonna go with the Reckless Greed here. That is a very good monster, by the way. Let's activate Reckless Greed. I do want to see what I'll top deck. Ooh, Breaker as well. Oh, wow, that is very good. But actually, I don't think that's a great idea to summon Breaker here. I'm probably gonna go for the Prime Material Dragon because it's a little bit of a cooler card to just, you know, have a little bit of protection there. When a card or effect is activated to destroy a monster on the field, you can negate. Negate? Dude, this is so hard. I predicted him so hard, it's ridiculous. Wow, okay. Nice. Nice. Okay, that's very good. So I'm gonna set the other Reckless Greed, but before that, let's just proceed to the battle phase. We're gonna attack for a little bit of damage, and yeah, that's very good. I really would have liked to activate Crush Card Virus, but it's fine. It's fine, whatever. We still have another copy of Reckless Greed to draw 2 more cards, which is very nice as well. And I should have used it in the previous turn, but hey, I just didn't want to go for a set 4 because, you know, that might have been a little too much. But yeah. Normal summon Darius. Okay, I cannot do anything about that. He is going to be able to attack it. Maybe I should have turned the Gravekeeper Spy in defense mode so that he doesn't deal with it, but whatever. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The only thing I'm actually worried about is the fact that I didn't go for the Gravekeeper guard and basically use the Crush card. I'm still very sad about that because Crush card actually wins against Gladiator Beast, and that was a huge botch. Alright, yep, he's gonna attack into it, and yeah, he's basically gonna get to tag out into a different monster. I am gonna wait for the summon. He's probably gonna go for maybe Bestiari in order to deal with the back row, and if he does target the Reckless Greed, I'm gonna chain it essentially, and that's cool. Just a little bit of a bait there. Never mind, they're gonna go for a monster I cannot deal with during the battle phase, which doesn't really bother me that much. Let's see what we top deck with Reckless Greed. I would hope to get a removal. Oh, yeah, Spirit Reaper is actually very nice. Alright, so I'm gonna start with a lot of darkness here. I would like to get a Monarch. Very good. I'm gonna get rid of the Breaker in that case because I have a pretty cool play. So I'm gonna show you exactly how you sweep the game here. We're gonna firstly go Mystical Space Typhoon, pop this, then we're gonna Tribute Summon using his own... actually, do I use his own monster? I guess I do. It's a bit of a long shot. It's a little too much because I basically used every single one of my resources, but that's almost game. You know, even though I used so much of my resources, that's still game or almost game. And now I'm gonna banish my own Crush Card Virus and it's actually game. All this deals 1,000 only if I destroy an opponent's monster. Oh no, I thought that I can deal 1,000 damage using... I thought that if I destroy a monster... Dude, come on. I thought if I destroy my own Crush Card Virus, I would deal 1,000 and that would have been actually game. And dude, man, no, that is... Oh no. Oh, I misplayed so hard this game. Okay, I deserve to lose now. No, 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 no. There's no way, dude. I'm so stupid. Okay, that was on me, dude. I didn't know it says inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent if it is a dark monster. I had no idea. Nah. Well, okay, they're gonna set 1. It's fine. Honestly, it's still fine. Alright. Let's normal summon Spirit Reaper because I wanna, you know, cantrip him for 1. Let's attack using this. Yep, Bestiari, it's not a big of a deal. Let's attack with Spirit Reaper, get rid of 1. I'm still gonna win this game most likely because I get a huge tempo advantage, but being able to use Crush Card Virus and not using it like that just feels bad, man. Just feels bad. I don't know, man. That was on me. Alright. We do have basically just nothing. Just beat sticks. Okay, he's gonna go Darius, attack Spirit Reaper, which won't destroy it, but he's gonna tag out. Oh, never mind. I guess he's gonna target the Prime Material Dragon to get rid of it. Okay. He used everything to get rid of my Prime Material Dragon, and I would assume he's gonna tag out into the one with 2400 defense, so I don't lose, so he doesn't lose the game. Which is... It's slightly annoying to deal with that one, but it is what it is. Alright. Yep. Okay, wow, I actually predicted him. What a surprise, he summoned that. Okay, let's see what we top deck. I wanna get something that can remove it from the field. Any Monarch actually wins me the game, so that's cool. Let's see what I top deck. This is not a good top deck in the current scenario, although it's a very good top deck in general. So I guess I'm just gonna go in defense mode and just pass turn. Problem is now, if he does decide to attack, he can, and then he can tag out into another Gladiator Beast, which can definitely cause me a lot of trouble here. I don't really want to see that, but hopefully I don't see that. Okay, that's a back row, sure. He's playing safe, he set a back row, I can deal with the back row, and let's see what we get. Soul Exchange is actually very nice, but I do need to tribute for something, so I'm just gonna pass turn here. Just waiting, just stalling the game. I can take my time. I don't think it's an issue here. Hello, welcome to the stream. How you doing? All right, a second. Oh, now we on. Now we gotta use that, bro. I have so many tribute summons. Can I draw one? Oh, that's actually. Is that good enough? Is that gonna be good enough? Not really. Yeah, that's actually not good enough. But. Okay, so the Monster Reborn is not good enough, and I'm just gonna keep the Heavy Storm because I can allow myself to do that. Gladiator Beast is cool. Yeah, it is. It's a pretty cool deck. But, you know, I could have won this game so much earlier, but I made so many misplays this game, honestly. I botched my own Crush Card Virus activation, which was very nasty. Alright. I mean, I am okay with that board state still. I just need a tribute summon. As long as I get one tribute summon, I win this game, dude. I just need one. Special summoning Test Tiger. Wow. Now he can special summoning Gladiator Beast Monster, which doesn't really matter. He's gonna use it though, which is very intriguing. What is he gonna summon? I'm guessing he's gonna go for Darius, maybe to bring back a monster from the graveyard. That would be a normal target to go for. Let's see if I'm right, dude. Let's see if I know how Gladiator Beast are playing. Let's see if I'm a Gladiator Beast fan. I'm actually not sure what the Gladiator Beast cards are in the pool. Oh, never mind. Summoning the Equest. So he's gonna bring back another card here. Well, it doesn't matter whether he summons Darius or Equeste. Equeste is still gonna bring back a card to the hand. Oh, Equeste can bring back also the Chariot. Oh my god, dude. Well, we do have the... Bro, Heavy Storm just keeps getting better and better. This is so funny. Wow. And now he's gonna basically attack into Spirit Reaper and just tag out into the other 2400 attack from the deck, and yeah. Okay, Heavy Storm now... Never... He's not gonna go for anything with his Gladiator Beast Equeste, and he gave me Heavy Storm for 3 potentially, which is so good. If he doesn't have a Solemn Judgment, that's gonna be it for him, dude. Let's see. Do we win this? Oh yeah, MST doesn't negate. MST doesn't negate, bro. The meme. Wow. Okay, well, he lost with style at least. That was the meme. That was a very, very nasty Heavy Storm. Double War Chariot as well. Oh my god, that hurts. That has to hurt. And when we have the Monster Reborn available, it's just even worse, dude. Let's bring back a monster. Yeah, let's just win with I don't know, dude. I'm gonna just bring back the Prime Material Dragon. What a game, bro. What a game. He couldn't do it. He was close, but he actually decided to keep his monster. If he were to actually go and tag out into the other 2400 defense guy, that would have been enough to save him, but it's a time-ticking bomb. As long as you don't know with my monsters, it's still a lost situation, you know? It's just a matter of when I'm gonna draw a tribute summon. But that was a cool one. I actually really wanted to activate the Crush Card Virus, dude, but, you know, I misplayed on that part. I should have used it. Hopefully we're gonna get another chance to use it now. Alright, let's see. First, going second. This is a deck in which I'm fine going second. It's actually better going second. As long as I draw the right hand, that is. Let's see. That is a very nice hand going second. We do get to hit, basically just, you know, annihilate the field. Let's hope he will set a couple of back rows so we can annihilate the field. And we do have a lot of darkness, and we do have a dark monster, so that means we're gonna be able to use that. Only one back row? Okay, that's a little light. That's a little light on the back row. I guess he's playing around Heavy Storm a little bit, maybe. He might be a smart guy. He might be a smart dude. He's gonna mill also 3 cards with this. Alright, let's see what he sends to the graveyard. A Raikou, and yeah, nothing useful in general. Let's see what I top deck here. Alright, oh, that's actually a decent one. Sangen is actually a pretty nice one. Let's activate now the Allure of Darkness, and we're gonna draw 2 cards. I'm gonna get rid of the Dekuichi, and we draw a second one. Wow, okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna use it. This is definitely a good play. Let's see what we get. A third one. Sure. Okay, that's a little too much now. We're gonna get rid of Mask of Darkness, which usually is a good card, but whatever. Let's activate the third one, I guess. Oh, wow, we do get an actual Monarch. Okay, well, I am gonna go and banish the Gravekeeper Spy, maybe. Because Sangen just brings more value, of course. So, let's normal summon Sangen. I would be fine with just crashing into Lumina and getting the Search, honestly. I don't want to commit any more resources to the field anyways. If he uses the back row for this, I'm also okay. Bro, an Honest for that. Okay. I mean, sure, I guess. Yep, now that I'm gonna be searching a card. What do I need in the hand? Maybe a Gravekeeper Spy or Spirit Reaper would also be good. Let's go Spirit Reaper, probably a good idea. And I'm also gonna set a Solemn Judgment and pass turn. This is not the perfect state to be in, but it doesn't matter if they bring back a monster as long as I can just tribute summon it with the Soul Exchange. I am gonna be able to take back control over this game anyway, so that's fine. I mean, it's a pretty good state for me despite everything. Alright, summoning another Lumina. Of course, I'm not gonna Solemn that because it doesn't matter. And now he's gonna bring back a Light Sword monster and discard 1. Discarding the Wolf. Okay, okay. He's gonna target the Giant. Okay, so he's gonna deal a lot of damage. The problem is, if he has like a Judgment Dragon, I actually lose the game. Because I'm gonna have to Solemn that and it's gonna be enough damage afterwards. Not in a particularly great state. Never mind, they're not gonna summon it at least. So it's not game. I do survive another turn, which I'm happy about. Because now I can just clear the whole field, which is great. Or almost the whole field, technically. Send 2 cards, hitting a Laiwo, that doesn't matter, but Plague Spreader Zombie is a very good card. Another copy of Plague Spreader Zombie, alright, and yeah, also nothing useful. Okay, so 2 Plague Spreader Zombies, which is gonna give them some synchro plays. Let's go with Soul Exchange. Let's activate Soul Exchange. I'm gonna target the Lumina here. Okay. I am going to tribute summon the Monarch just to hand rip for 1, although it's not particularly a great effect. I mean, it's still decent, I guess. Chaining Torrential, I'm honestly okay with that, dude. So that's, by the way, that's a big mistake because now he goes -2 on the field, -1 in the hand, and he leaves the field open, and I have Solemn Judgment. So unless he has 2 monsters to summon, that doesn't matter. I've just cleared the field again. He literally gave me back the control over the game a little bit. Alright, and he also got rid of... I also got rid of Monster Reborn, which is a nice card as well. Yeah, dude, I'm definitely gonna Solemn that because I don't want to give him extra pressure here. If the last card is a Judgment Dragon, that's unfortunate, but it is worth it getting rid of the Laiwo here. He has a Plague Spreader Zombie he can summon, so that would have been terrible for me. So yeah, now we draw a completely useless card, okay. Let's just normal summon Spirit Reaper. We're gonna hand rip for 1, which is very good, by the way. That leaves him in a top deck scenario, which is particularly amazing for me. Oh, that's a Gorse. Wait, he has a Gorse, I think. There's no way the last card is actually Gorse. Come on. Bro, now I lose the game. Seriously, you're gonna have... Bro, the only card that can respond to my Spirit Reaper and he has it. Okay, that was a little too lucky. Right. Oh, that was just too lucky, bro. That was just too lucky. Gorge is limited to 1 and he had it. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. That was... Yeah, okay. I mean, I would have been very happy if I get it myself. So, definitely a funny moment there. But very unfortunate as well, man. Very unfortunate. Man. Okay. Let's play a third deck now. Let's just switch things up a little bit. We're gonna be playing 6 Samurai. This is a cool deck. Wait, I don't have a crafted card. Huh? Oh, Premature is banned. Okay. Sure. I guess I'm just gonna play a third Diddy Crow. Not big of a deal. Alright. Dude, that was so close. I almost took control over the game. Spirit Reaper would have gotten rid of the Gorse, and then no matter what Lightsworn card they draw, unless it's a Jane, they're not gonna be able to do enough. So it was a very nice winning situation for me. But, you know, they just got lucky with the one-off, honestly. Alright. This is an interesting hand. Alright, let's just see what we top deck. We are going first. I probably should have chosen to go second, which would have been a little bit better, but whatever. I'm just gonna set 2 cards and pass turn. I think it's fine overall. Not the end of the world. I do have also plenty of removal, so it shouldn't be a problem. Hello Dante, I play on AUNI League now. My friend and I are watching your stream. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, also I actually played League yesterday a little bit, but I'm a little tilted from playing League of Legends now. You need to have pretty strong nerves to play this game. All 6 Samurai spicy, they will get new support. Yeah, they will. Summoning Laiwa. Alright, so in that case, I do think that the Phoenix Blacks won't be terrible. Let's do that. I'm gonna pitch in that case Diddy Crow. Even though usually Diddy Crow is a good card against Lightsworn, I think that I don't particularly need it that badly. I'm just gonna prioritize having a bunch of removal. Foolish Burial. Okay, that would have been helpful for the Diddy Crow here. He's probably gonna go for a Plague Spreader Zombie. Yo, man, welcome to the stream, Christian. How are you doing? What is he gonna go for? I think the only target is Plague Spreader Zombie, right? It must be. Yeah, man, I understand. Christian and my friend, we play now. We are we are tilted all the time. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, they're gonna go Wolf. Oh, that makes sense. Do I used to? I think I'm gonna use a... Dude, that's a little too much resources, but I'm gonna torrential that Wolf here. That might have been a little excessive, though. Oh, another copy of Foolish Burial. By the way, this is at 2. And yeah, of course they're gonna have both copies of it. Typical. Yeah. But yeah, I'm also very tilted when playing League, dude. I was recently Diamond 1 on 50 LP. I was about to hit Master rank. And I got demoted to Diamond 4. And I just got tilted. And yeah. So they're gonna have... So they have 1 Wolf available still. And yeah, okay. How do I deal with that Wolf? Sort of the Revealing Night were honestly great. This card can probably do something against them a little bit, but yeah. Alright, I'm gonna start by activating the Sword of the Revealing Light here. And I'm just gonna normal summon a 6 Samurai monster. I'm gonna wait for the following turn because I can also normal summon the Yaichi. And then I can use the effect of Zanji attacking into Wolf, dealing with that. And basically getting rid of the Yaichi and keeping it on the field. So that would be nice. But it's a little bit difficult to work with the Wolf because it's a little too huge of a beat stick. Bro, double Foolish Burial, Solar Recharge with double Foolish Burial is already ridiculous. Like, it's just too crazy. They went through everything that's OP in their deck already. The only problem would be if I deal with that and they have like a Gorse. That would be just a little too much. Wow, Diamond is so huge. I'm level 1834 P gold, but because of your lessons, I reached 2 times diamond in Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, nice, nice. Nice. Hopefully you hit master rank soon as well. But yeah, by the way, a lot of people in League are not that high elo, so, you know, I understand. Alright, normal summoning Herald of Creation. That will give him nice little reborn effect, you know, sometime soon. Not that it really matters. So they have 2 monsters that I have to deal with, and I draw the 6 Samurai United, which is actually a very, very nice card. So I'm gonna normal summon my 6 Samurai, that will give me a counter. I can use it now, and since I don't have any 6 Samurai anytime soon in my hand coming, I'm just gonna use it, just see what I top deck. Oh wow, dude, okay, yeah, that's, yeah, amazing, dude. Perfect, okay. Regardless, I'm just gonna attack, and I'm gonna, you know, deal with that. They have Honest? Oh, Honest is a little cheeky there. They're not gonna do anything with the Honest, it doesn't matter, but whatever. Okay, that was a very bad idea. I don't know why they did that. I guess they want to push for damage, but it's not that good of an idea. And I'm gonna activate this, destroy my monster, so it doesn't get destroyed. And now I'm basically gonna use the effect of my Zanji and this. Well, what? At the end of damage save, discard attack, destroy the monster, discard attack. What? Wait, what? Hold on. At the end of the damage step, if this card attack, destroy the monster, this card attack. You must control a face-up samurai with a different name to activate and to resolve. And when I tribute the monster before the attack, I actually don't resolve that effect. Sure. Nice. Okay, next game. Bro. That's just ridiculous. That's all I'm gonna say. That's just a ridiculously bad effect. Okay. Who designed these effects? Yeah, Christian is better, but you surpass a lot on League. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing for years. I've played from patch 3 point something when Thresh came out, so I've been playing for years. But on and off, I don't play that much League now. If it don't end soon, he will summon Judgment. Yeah, dude, but I just got a little tilted here. These 6 Samurai effects are kind of bad. Alright. This is a pretty good hand because we do have the Grandmaster that will give us a lot of tempo to work with and Cyber Dragon, so we're definitely gonna have a really good turn 2. We don't have removal though, so that's a little bit annoying. We're playing against Lightsworn again. Pitching a Wolf to drawing 2 cards and pitching a Honest, that's very good for us actually. Honest is usually played as a playset, so they're probably gonna have another one in the hand. There are pretty great chances of that, but you know. Normal summoning Lumina, that will bring back the Wolf, which is not that big of a deal. Lake Spreader Zombie, oh, now that is a big deal because they can synchro summon with it now. I don't want to see that. And a Foolish Burial, of course, they're gonna have the Foolish Burial as well. Pretty stacked can, alright. So a Recharge plus a Foolish Burial, pretty good start. Yep, sure, another copy of Wolf, fine. Wow, you're old school, we are newer, even though I'm huge level. My account is from season 8. Okay. Yeah, I've been playing for from season 3, so pretty old account. Alright, let's see what we top deck. This is not that impressive of a board. I can deal with everything they have here. Let's special summon the Cyber Dragon. We're gonna normal summon the 6 Samurai Kamon, and now we're gonna special summon the Grandmaster here, which is very nice. And I am gonna attack and basically deal with everything, so let's just attack with this. This will deal a little bit of damage there. I'm gonna attack with 21 into 21, and I'm also gonna attack with the Grandmaster, which will let me activate the, actually nothing, okay. Wait, doesn't it have that protection effect? Oh, the Grandmaster doesn't have a protection effect. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Anyways, they just said 2 cards past turn yet. So far, it's not that bad, but I didn't really want to give up the Grandmaster too. The problem is, if I don't, I'm gonna lose my board anyways, and I don't want to use my Swords of Revealing Light so early just for 1 wolf, right? You're a veteran, man, congrats. I wouldn't say it's a very good achievement to be a veteran in League of Legends, but thank you. Are you from Balkans? Yeah, I am. Alright, set monster and pass turn, and of course we're gonna get the Great Shogun, and I'm not gonna be able to summon that, okay? Well, let's proceed to the battle phase. I'm guessing that will be Raikou, but I have no chance. I'm just gonna need to do that. I don't want to trigger, you know, I don't want to trigger Raikou, but I have no other choice, so yeah, he's gonna hit one of my Solemns. Milling another Honest, that's the second one, that's great. But yeah, I'm probably gonna need to Solemn whatever he summons next. Oh man, it's a long shot. I do need to top deck a 6 Samurai in order to get the Great Shogun. I am definitely gonna use Solemn on that, dude. There's no way I'm gonna let you do that. Hopefully they don't have any more extenders in the hand. Let's see. Please, no more extenders. Alright, no more extenders. Please give me a 6 Samurai card. I need it. Man, that's fine, I guess, but it's not that incredible, dude. I have like more than 10 6 Samurai monsters. Can you give me one? Oh, and they have Gorse. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Why do I always have to deal with this card? It's been like it's like 5th game from playing with Gorse. How do they have the one of every game? I've never even drawn this card and I have it in almost every single one of my decks. Ridiculous. Come on. We do have Mirror Force though, which is nice. Set 1. Normal summon Garrot. Oh, they're gonna push for a huge attack. Bro, this is gonna be a huge Mirror Force. Alright, dude, let's go. Let's go. Clear the whole field here. Very nice. I don't know what back row they have though. I have a pretty decent idea what could be. If it's Torrential, it's gonna be very annoying here, but yeah. Bro. Okay. Dude, I wanna summon everything from my hand. If they have Torrential, I'm gonna be such a bad spot. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Alright. I guess we're gonna devote everything. If something happens, something happens. Hey, this card has an animation? What? It looks amazing. Okay, let's just equip this to the Great Shogun. Actually, we can't do that. We're gonna equip it to this guy. Alright, whatever. Let's just attack with the Great Shogun here, and my opponent will be having a Mirror Force. Yeah, of course. No problem, dude. Right, sure. Oh man, come on. I can't have any fun with this deck, bro. They just destroy every single one of my 6 Samurais. Man. Every time I summon a 6 Samurai, they have a removal. This is not cool, dude. And also, this card doesn't do anything, bro. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy one 6 Samurai monster you control instead. Why does it not trigger on the monster reborn? On the Mirror Force? Like, why can't it trigger on the Mirror Force? It's so annoying. Anyways, they're gonna activate Lumina, bring back a monster. I would assume they're gonna bring back a wolf, and that's really all of it. They can't really do much more than that. I do have time to find a solution, but I'm not in a great spot. Never mind, they're gonna bring back Garrett because that will mill a couple of cards, maybe. Milling 3 cards, hitting a wolf, of course. Yeah, of course they're gonna hit the wolf, and they're gonna mill additional cards with Garrett too. Yep, lovely, lovely. Dude, imagine being a aggro tempo deck and losing to Light Sword like this. This is so terrible, dude. It's so annoying. Come on, give me something good. That is actually not a bad card, but it doesn't really help me with anything that much as well. Torrential is decent, but it's not gonna solve the problem. As long as I don't get a 6 Samurai, I'm still in a bad spot. If they commit their whole field, I would use a Torrential here. Probably on a Judgment Dragon, it would be a great idea to use Torrential. I am not gonna use it now, because there are also like 12 cards available, so that's cool. Oh wait, they can... I forgot about Laiwa effect. I forgot about the Laiwa, and they have the MST. How are you so lucky, dude? No, I should have used the Torrential. I am stupid, bro. Nah, I misplayed this. I should have used the Torrential. That was on me. Okay. I forgot about the Laiwa effect that can destroy a monster. I forgot about the Laiwa that can destroy a back row card. Honestly, that was the main issue there. And I'm gonna draw the most useless cards in my deck. Okay, GG, dude. Ah, man. I deserve that. Honestly, that was on me. I should have used Torrential here. I would have probably won the game, but whatever. Honestly, I don't really think that 6 Samurai is a great deck. I think that the monsters have really low attack points and not that relevant effects to make them either, you know, good as beatsticks or good as effect monsters. Essentially, they're both really mediocre, I guess. I don't know. It's not that they're not that impressive, I think, in the current era. Even the Great Shogun is just not a great card. I mean, it's great Shogun, but it's great trash as well, I think. Alright, so we have a ridiculously powerful hand here. Let me start by activating reinforcements of the army, which will let me get a surge. Now, what do I need to grab? I guess this is one of the better ones, so I'm gonna get the hero here. And I'm gonna activate the Mirror Force and pass turn. If that gets removed from the field, it's completely okay, I don't care about it. I have an insanely turn 2 play, I can just summon everything from my hand almost, which should be enough, technically. Summoning 3 monsters from my hand plus brain control can even get me game, although I would assume they're gonna have a back row or two. Let's see. A Lure of Darkness, banishing a Mystic Tomato. Okay. Setting a back row, setting a monster. T-set pass turn. Sure, I guess. Now this can destroy a set spell or trap card, which is great, so I'm gonna normal summon that guy. And if they do have like a removal, that will be an issue. Let's summon the Grandmaster, and now if he chains a Torrential or something, that would be great, but he doesn't have anything like that, so I should be able to deal with it. Raigeki Break. Sure, okay. For Necro Gardener as well to the graveyard, by the way, this would be a little bit annoying. Targeting the Grandmaster, yeah, makes sense. So now the Grandmaster usually allows me to use the graveyard effect, but it doesn't have a target. Oh, actually it can return itself? What? Bro, seriously? That's OP. I didn't know that, by the way. And it can also special summon itself again. That's just ridiculous. Okay, that's just ridiculous. I don't know why. Who designed these cards, bro? Let's summon also the Great Shogun with the cool animation. And I mean, I think that's all of it, really. I guess we're just gonna proceed to the battle phase now. Let's attack with 2100 attack in case they do have a big beat stick. That's just gonna be a Mystic Tomato. Not that big of a deal, honestly. I am gonna attack into the other Mystic Tomato because it doesn't really matter. Even if they get like a nice monster summon here, it's still fine. I have like a sort of Revealing Light and stuff, so it can't be that big of an issue, right? Okay, Snipe Hunter, yeah, usually that's pretty bad, but my monsters have a little bit of protection paired with, you know, the other effects, so that's great. Even if he deals with my sort of Revealing Light, that's also fine. And let's not forget, this is gambling. It's not guaranteed, but, you know, summoning Dark Arm Dragon. Alright, they're gonna go with that here. Okay, that's gonna be annoying. What? Why do you pop? What the hell happened, dude? How? Wait, how do you misplay? How do you misclick that? You literally just target to pop something. Why would you think it's a good idea to target your own monster? I'm so confused. Can't believe someone can misplay with a card that just destroys on target. Wow. That is some next level misplay. Okay. Dude, I don't know how you misplay with that effect, honestly. It can be more simple than that. Banish, destroy. That's all. Like, it's literally like a phrase. Oh, man. Alright. This is a good hand, by the way. I am probably gonna go for a lot of plays with this hand. I can get 2 draws with my United. I can also generate a lot of bodies with this, and that's gonna be very good. Also, going second, having something like Monster Reborn is not terrible. This will probably be like a Chariot, which means I'm gonna force it with my Eiichi, but we'll see. And they do have a Test Tiger, which is very strong here. Okay. Let's see. I really don't think they should have used the Test Tiger, but maybe there is something that I'm not aware of. In general, you know, it's not that necessary. Alright, so they're gonna summon a big, just wall. I guess they want a wall with 2 back row and a big monster, so that's really all of it. Okay. Top decking another 6 Samurai monster. Against that wall, I believe the best way to start would be to summon a Cyber Dragon, of course. I mean, that's usually the first play. And I would like to commit a lot of resources for my 6 Samurai plays. I'm not sure how good of an idea that is, honestly, considering the fact that 2 back rows can definitely use like a torrential and just stop my whole turn, which could be a big issue, definitely. But let's see, let's see. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna spare summon also the Grandmaster because I do control the Yaichi. And now I'm gonna be able to activate Yaichi and force out a card. I'm gonna target this. If that's a Chariot, that's very good because that forces one of the best cards Gladiator Beast can just utilize in general. Oh yeah, it is Chariot. Oh my god, that is great, dude. Lovely, lovely. Okay. So I'm gonna lose it, but it's, yeah, it's fine completely. Now, on top of that, because I'm even more nasty, I'm gonna activate Monster Reborn here, and I'm gonna be able to get it again, which is very strong, by the way. Is the deck you're using a loner? No, it's my personal creation. And now, because Yaichi is back on the field, I am able to use the effect of it again, and that's gonna be horrible for him if he doesn't use the back row immediately. Am I gonna be able to deal with 2 back rows using one Yaichi here? Oh yeah, dude, let's just use that. Target to destroy, and if he changes it, it's probably not that big of a deal anyways. Okay, that's a shrink, it doesn't matter. Okay, they win -2. They're already -2 on the back row, and that's very good. And I'm also gonna be able to draw 2 cards with the United. Usually, I like keeping this card, but it's probably better because they could also remove it from the field. And drawing a Brain Control is not terrible, but I don't necessarily need it. Okay, I'm gonna go for a little bit of a wild play here. I'm gonna switch target. Oh no, wait. Oh, I'm stupid. I thought that I can switch targets and just crash, but I'm brain... Oh, man. Okay, that was a misplay. I shouldn't have brain controlled it. I thought that I'm using something like creature swap, but for some reason I am... Okay. That was a misplay. I don't know why I thought that brain control counts as creature swap type effect, but I just made a huge misplay here, and now I basically wasted one of the better cards I have. A very terrible misplay here, but I did push for a little bit of damage, so it's technically not that bad. Obviously, it's not a good play. I mean, no one can call it a good play, but, you know, that was just, yeah, I don't know, dude. My reading skills aren't incredible. Alright. So they're gonna go Prisma for Bestiari. Test Tiger as well. Okay. Fine. They're gonna summon Darius here. Just look at it. That's gonna be a Darius. Yeah. I don't know what he's even thinking about, honestly. That's the best target. Wow. Okay, they hit the Darius. Oh my god. Who would have thought? I'm shocked. Yep, that doesn't matter. And now they're gonna clear my whole field, by the way, because they have also the fusion guy. Yep. Gaizarus is very, very good. But we get to return the Grandmaster to the hand, which is nice. Okay, we have a follow-up, so there's still a good chance I'm gonna win this game. But, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's a long shot because they can also tag out now, which is very annoying. Alright. Oh, man. Oh, dude. So they're gonna go for like 3 monsters here. What would be good targets? They're probably gonna summon the level 4 with huge defense. Yeah, I guess the Kuyari is also nice. And it's also a big beat stick. But I don't know, I can't think of anything exceptionally powerful, I guess. Okay, that's gonna give him a follow-up back in the hand. Yeah, not the best, not the worst. That is a Chariot, pretty strong card. Set 1. Okay. That's honestly fine. The one problem I have is dealing with the Hoplomus. I would like to draw a Great Shogun or something like that. Oh, shuffling O3, wait, what? Oh, they're gonna go into Heraclinus. Alright, that's gonna be an issue a little bit. Well, they're probably gonna negate my 6 Samurai United, which is a lot of trouble for me. Well, I'm gonna use the United, but he's gonna get negated, and yeah, that's definitely gonna be a problem now. Okay. I think I just lose the game here, honestly. Oh, man. No matter what I do, it doesn't matter. I just don't have a big enough beat stick, you know? Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I'm gonna just lose to Temple. Okay. I'll take DL here, honestly. You know, it doesn't really... There's no card in the 6 Samurai deck that can deal with that. That's kind of another problem I have with this deck. It doesn't have a lot of big beat sticks. And for a Tempo aggro deck, not having any beat sticks is just, you know, a little awkward. But yeah, 6 Samurais are kind of fun. That's why I'm playing them, of course. Just want to have some fun with them. Okay. Oh, we have a bit. Oh my god. 5 cards, 6 Samurai cards. That is incredible, dude. We have United in the hand as well as 4 other 6 Samurais. We can draw multiple different 6 Samurai cards. 6 Samurai cards, wow. This can give me 3 draws, by the way. Literally summoning this guy as well as these 2 can be special summoned from the hand. And this will go +3. And this can also be banished later on. Wow. This might be one of the best hands I've gotten with 6 Samurais ever. Hopefully they don't have a back row removal to stop my United. Let's see what they're gonna do now. This is probably gonna be Gladiator Beast again. Pretty high odds of it being it. I think that this is the only deck in which you would use Prisma, right? The Gladiator Beast, basically just revealing a fusion and all that. Bro, what the hell? Oh my god, look at the hero cards. Oh wow. Just a little bit of hero support here and there. Nothing serious. Oh, come on, dude. I got my favorite 6 Samurai here and I'm gonna lose the game. Not lose the game, but not be able to play the game. Come on, bro. I got United with 4 6 Samurai monsters in the hand. Seriously? That sucks. That would have been such a nice combo. Alright. We're gonna prioritize going second, because this deck likes to go second more so than first. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, client. Hello. Hello. What? I guess something wrong happened. Oh, okay, now we're good, now we're good. Nice. Losing the coin toss is fine. As long as they choose to go first. Yeah, that's okay. I am completely okay with that. So what do I need? I would like to have some sort of a back row removal here if I can. This can is alright, not too incredible though. I would prefer to have more 6 Samurai monsters and not Spirit, just, you know. It's an okay hand. We have Diddy Crow which can come up, and we have United which can draw us a couple of cards, but overall I would have preferred to draw like a special summon as well. It would have been great. Oh yeah, set 3. Woohoo. Oh, okay. That's a reinforcement. Searching Prisma. Alright, so that might be Gladiator Beast again, but he has 3 cards back row. And I don't know why he said 3 cards in the back row before even playing the game. Yeah, that is Gladiator Beast, of course. Alright, that's fine with me. That's one of my worst matchups, to be honest, because most of the time I can't deal with the beat big sticks. Oftentimes I end up not having big enough monsters to deal with the Gladiator Beast, especially the fusion ones, so that might cause a little bit of problem. I would like to control the game state a little bit earlier in the game, but considering my hand is a little poo-poo, I don't know how that's gonna happen. Alright. I don't know what Prisma is supposed to do by himself, by the way, in this deck. I'm a little confused why they search it. The majority of times, you would prefer to just have a Galad Beast monster and just wait or like, you know, prepare like a Chariot or whatever. Another reinforcements of the army. Okay, sure. And by the way, this card is actually not even limited in this format. It's literally at 3, which is ridiculously powerful. And they went for another copy of Prisma. Okay, that's just confusing now. Why? Oh, wait. This is the only warrior, right? All of the Gladiator Beasts are not warrior, they're Beast Warriors. That makes sense. Okay, my bad. Yeah, okay. Well, he searched second copy of Prisma. Oh my god, the top deck. Oh man, that is huge. Let's go, Heavy Storm. Please don't solemn me. I would prefer not to get solemn. Nothing. No response, bro. Oh my god. Oh no, this was so bad for him. Alright, that is definitely just complete annihilation. I don't know what to tell you guys. Alright, now we need a big enough beat stick to beat over the Prisma, and we do have one, which is great. So I'm gonna go and summon activate the United. I am gonna normal summon the Zanji. Now, okay, whatever. Well, dude, he got so tilted, he scooped the game. That was a huge Heavy Storm. Like, I would probably scoop as well to this. Come on. That was just, like, you know, insane. And he didn't even have anything to respond with. Man, that sucks. Okay. Can we play an actual game though? Wait, Six Samurai existed before the Synchro? This is the start of the Synchro era, and yeah, Six Samurai also exists there. It just doesn't have the Synchro monsters available. That is a very nice hand, however, I just have 2 trap cards that are useless, but I can special summon up to 3 monsters here, just basically get my whole hand on the field. Solemn is not in the Gladiator Beast Loner deck. I don't know if they're using the Loner deck, but sure. Dimensional Fissure and summoning Wild Heart, unaffected by trap cards. Very interesting idea. Alright, yeah, okay, I guess. Let's normal summon the Zanji here in that case, and I can space summon the Grandmaster, which is very good, and I can also go for the Great Shogun, which is also very nice. And if they torrential me, that's gonna be horrible. And there's a chance they're gonna have the torrential here, by the way. You know what? I'm actually not gonna play into the torrential. Let's just proceed to the battle phase, dude. Because they have specifically Wild Card, I am pretty sure they're gonna play torrent. Never mind. Okay. Well, I mean, whatever. Enough yapping. Yeah, let's just set 2, and I can just space summon the Shogun anyways. Okay, so I played around Torrential, which would have been a decent idea if he were to have Torrential, but, you know. There's actually a pretty interesting strategy with Wildcard, because they can play a very stacked trap-based deck, and it just doesn't get affected by it. Which is nice, it's fun. I think it's a fun idea. Alright. Okay. 2 more trap cards. Alright, that's a bit annoying now. I am having a lot of trouble now because this Dimensional Fissure can be really troublesome. I cannot activate my Grandmaster's effect. I might have to destroy it with my Phoenix. One question, at one point, you played Infernoble, right? I played Infernoble, yeah. I've played Infernoble quite a bit. Are we gonna do something, bro? Like, attack or like anything in general. Wow. Okay, now it is game phase. I'm actually gonna use my Phoenix Wing Blast because I don't want to get my cards banished because I can utilize the effect of Grandmaster and return it to the hand. But if Dimensional Fissure is available, that will be a problem. So it's always a good idea to do it. Now, I am also gonna keep some of my monsters in defense mode. I'm only gonna keep these two in attack mode. Let's proceed to the battle phase and let's see what my opponent has. Oh wow, that is needle seeding. That's horrible, bro. Come on, dude. Exactly 4 monsters on the field as well. I guess I'm just gonna bring back the Zanji and maybe have a little bit of a follow-up there. Okay, that's gonna be a difficult matchup to deal with this. He's probably gonna play so many good trap cards. It's gonna be a difficult matchup. What would you say is the best version in your opinion? And does Gearfried matter? Gearfried matters, yes. It can be additional interruption. There are combo lines that can get you access to it. I'm actually gonna torrential the Zombira here because it's just worth it not losing that many life points. I would say Gearfried first of all is good because you can mill it to the graveyard and then you can use Promethean Princess to get it back. That's a cool line. Summoning the Turret Warrior. Okay, he wants to push for damage here, which is a little annoying. Now we're gonna go with another draw into Yaichi, which is another card that doesn't really matter that much. I'm just gonna set that and play for the stall game and try to top deck something. And in my opinion, what would you say? Yeah, in my opinion, the best version would be to play with Flame Swordsman maybe. Because it's number 1 fun, number 2 extra interruptions. Oh, come on, Chainsaw Insect, really? Oh my god, dude. Okay, that's gonna be 24, but I am gonna top deck a card. Yeah, dude, this is a completely useless card now. Please, I need something good. This is not very good. Not good enough. But, you know, I'm just gonna do my best here. Let's summon. Let's activate the effect. Please give me a good top deck. I need this so badly. Oh my god, dude, come on. Nah. Bro, 6 Samurais are actually pretty bad. I think this is probably the worst deck out of the 3 options that we're playing. Probably the worst out of the 3 options is 6 Samurai because it just doesn't have good plays. Like, I don't know what's happening, but I just can't get rid of basic monsters. I am very disappointed from 6 Samurais. I don't know, dude. I am not gonna play this deck again. I want to play something else. What else could we play? What else could we play? I could play the zombie. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite deck this event. I got Buzz King in Sector. I can get it from Legacy Pack and open like 1400 Legacy tickets. What? Oh, you can get the Gearfried? Well, I mean, you're gonna have to craft it then. I don't know what to tell you yet. It's a good card and you need it. There are very good combos with Gearfried. And pretty much I have every legacy card, but still no Gearfried. Yeah, I know, it feels bad. It feels very bad. Let's see what we get. Alright, that's I guess decent. Let's activate it. Ooh, not bad. Alright. Let's summon the Giant Rod, set it, set the Solomon Fast Join. That's a pretty good setup. Yeah, I can do Baron combos. You can, but you know, you are asking me about the best version. I think the best one includes Gearfried and not necessarily the Flamed Swordsman cards, but they're still really good. And they're also fire monsters, so you know, it's always a pleasure to play some fire monsters there, fire warriors. They're very good paired with the archetype in general, like the gimmick. So yeah. Alright, that's a Foolish Burial. And what could we expect? Maybe a wolf. Maybe a wolf. By the way, guys, just so you know, today's live stream is gonna be a little bit shorter. So, yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but I have to leave a little bit earlier. So yeah, we're probably gonna end in the 2 hours and a half mark. I think we have like 40 more minutes or something like that. Because, you know, today is a little bit of a busy day for me, unfortunately. Maybe use Mikanko version. Yeah, I know, just feels my pain. So, Mikanko version, I am actually not a fan of. I don't think it's that great. Like, I don't know, man. It's not one that I'm particularly excited to play. I've had more success with other versions. What do we summon here? I guess we can use a pyramid turtle. I'm gonna do that. I think that's a great idea. Alright. Alright, guys. Pay attention. I'm about to show you the most crazy plays with this deck you can possibly go for. Let's normal summon Plague Spreader. We're gonna go into the Hades. Now I'm gonna show you what you can do and why this is my favorite deck from this event. So we're gonna activate Card of Safe Return. We're gonna go Foolish Burial. We're gonna send Mezuki here. Alright, time to go crazy. We're gonna activate Mezuki. Dude, that is so good. That is incredibly powerful. Let's bring back the Plague Spreader Zombie, which is gonna give me a draw with Card of Safe Return, which is very nice. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna go Stardust or Dragon. Just in case. Just in case. It's a very nice option. Now we're gonna activate Plague Spreader Zombie. Wait. Yeah, I probably should have used first of all the Plague Spreader. Maybe I made a little bit of a botch here. Alright. Okay, I misplayed with one body. That's on me. I should have activated Plague Spreader's effect and not Mezuki for Plague Spreader. My bad. Anyways, we're still gonna activate Mezuki. We're gonna bring back Hades. We're still gonna go for a lot of good plays. It's just not gonna be as good as it should have been. Oh, and a creature swap. That's cool. Let's return Breaker. And now we're gonna top deck Breaker. This is great. So now I'm gonna go for Colossa Fighter. Basically more protection and all that. Also, I know one Fiendsmith line that gets you to Dempsey. Dempsey is useful, but it's not particularly necessary. I'll tell you that much. Oh, wow. Colossal Fighter is gonna get destroyed. Okay, well, we can bring it back. It's fine. And we can also draw an extra card, which is incredible. Right, that's cool. Okay, yeah. Wait, it doesn't trigger? Oh, except during the damage step. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go main phase 2 end phase. Alright. One Honest countered my entire turn, but you see how I can synchro summon with these cards so many times. It's just unfortunate that I have to deal with Honest. Fiendsmith Infernoble is a nice version. Of course, everything with Fiendsmith is good. Again, not necessary though. I think that it's not necessary to play Fiendsmith in Infernoble and you don't have the extra deck space either. But that's just purely my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. Okay, let's activate Book of Life. Bring back Hades again. That's incredible, by the way. Does Assault Mode exist in this format? I'm gonna check in a little bit. I'm gonna check in a second. Draw an extra card. Let's go Breaker. And let's deal with the Card of Safe Return, just in case. Battle phase. That should be game. I think that should be game. Okay, yeah, pretty nice game, dude. As I said, oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a Gorse, dude. I'm not gonna let you activate the most powerful Gorse version. Okay. Oh, it's actually not game, it's 200 off game. Oh, wow. Yeah, feels bad, man. Okay. Well... sure, that's not amazing. Yeah, I guess I can't do anything about it. I shouldn't have attacked with Colossal Fighter. I thought it's lethal, but I miscalculated. I shouldn't have attacked with the Colossal. My bad. Uh, I don't have Apollo and Caesar is changed to Baron, then Magista's Monster. I don't understand the Caesar and the Magista's part, but Apollo, you do need Appaloosa for a couple of different combos that can get you to early Appaloosa. Usually. For Infernobos. Alright, so I'm gonna lose most of my field. I've actually explained Infernobos, I think, in more details in my previous videos, but I haven't talked about a Fates mid-engine because it wasn't out yet, so yeah. Alright, he's gonna deal with everything but the Colossa Fighter. The problem is I can just beat over the Jin and win the game. I think I should show you if that's alright. If you have a replay, I can check it out or something like that, but you know, I have one combo I wanna do. Yeah, if you have a replay, just let me know. I'm gonna watch it. See what happens there. Alright, well, that should be game. But just to be safe, in case they have an honest, I would like to be safe. Oh no! They're gonna give me the gene now. I am absolutely stupid. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, it's still game, right? Yeah, it's still game, okay. Sure. I will make it. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I can help you out. I don't have, but let me just test. Alright. It's... The combos are with Infernoble Knights are kind of fairly simple. You just need a... You have one combo where you go for Promethean Princess early and set up Promethean Princess plus Gearfried or Promethean Princess into Amphibious Swarm Ship, and then the whole, you know, double Charos. Those are the two main lines. Or you have a line where you go for early Appaloosa and then you combo off from there, which is... I don't remember the line on top of my head exactly card by card though. And there's also a line where you go for the whole level 5, level 9 synchro plays and all that. But it depends on how you start the game, because, for example, Museum can be in your opening hand, which changes the combos a little bit and all that. By the way, if anyone plays Infernoble, Museum is actually a very good card to play as more than one. A lot of people don't know that. How was the qualifier? I haven't played on the qualifier. It's too much Yu-Gi-Oh for me, dude. Way too much gameplay. I had version without Gearfried I was running. You can absolutely ignore Gearfried, but it's a good card. You know? Oh, I should have checked about the Assault Mode deck. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna check after this. I forgot about it. My bad. So, they're gonna trigger a card of Safe Return, draw at least once. I am in a pretty decent spot, I believe, so shouldn't be too big an issue. I think I think it's pretty okay. The only problem is I have only one monster. Yep, draw an extra card, so that's cool. Okay, that's gonna be additional mills. Let's hope he doesn't hit another wolf here. Ooh, oh, double Neos, double honest Neos. Oh, that is very bad. Makes sense, yeah, dude, absolutely it does. I mean, way too much gameplay for me. Let's go Breaker, get rid of this. And let's attack like that. Now main phase 2. I'm gonna switch the monsters because I wanna get the mills and I wanna get the bigger monster, of course. Milling actually is very good for me, so I'll take it. And yeah, that's it. Alright. Mill me some cards. Okay, just that was terrible. Not even a monster, bro. Oh no. I need a zombie monster so I can bring it back with master. Alright. Oh, come on. Man. That's very bad now. Bringing back a wolf is gonna be extremely difficult to deal with my current hand. I need to top deck a zombie monster, otherwise it's just, yeah, not great. Oh! Oh, he targeted the Garrett. Oh, that's, okay. Sure, I guess he wants to get more mills. Makes sense. Makes sense. And also, by the way, Jane gains attack only when he attacks, which is the reason why it doesn't go with card attack. Lake Spreader. 2 more, nothing. Alright, that's very good. I'm actually very lucky in that regard. Oh! Allure can save me a little bit. Let's hope I draw some monsters. You know what? Bro. Do I feel lucky? Do I feel lucky? Oh man. Let's do it, dude. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. Oh my. Oh. Oh. That was close. That was close. Alright. We're gonna go Foolish Burial here. Let's go Plague Spreader Zombie. I'm gonna go Card of Safe Return. I'm gonna activate Plague Spreader. Return to deck the Book of Life. Yes. It doesn't really matter, but it's still like, yeah. Right. Normal Giant Rat. And yeah, okay, that's a little... I need zombies for everything, dude. Oh no. Okay, that was on me, dude. I'm bad. Yeah, I don't have a monster I can summon. My bad. I got like 10k, but then check that Josh and the other bigger fishes are already at 40k. Bro, it's very difficult to play at that pace. You know, most of the time, you just start and you play for day 1, and then you see that a lot of the time someone is ahead of you. But that's the thing, dude. Even if you're a great player, it's just too much quantity, because if there is someone who is like fully dedicated to that, literally the whole weekend completely free just to play Yu-Gi-Oh, they can play for 72 hours non-stop. I'm literally gonna, dude, I'm gonna buy like a stack of energy drinks, just drink all the time, coffee, whatever I can. I'm probably not even gonna sleep for 72 hours, just play Yu-Gi-Oh. And some people do that, so, you know, that's the main problem. It doesn't matter how good you are at the game, you just gotta spam games and it gets really exhausting. It's very unhealthy for the body. I don't know, there's probably not a better way to make it possible for everyone to qualify for World Championship, so I do think that it makes sense that they simply cannot provide a better and safer option for players, but it's just like, you know, too exhausting, too much gameplay, too much in general. I don't like the way it's designed. Oh, come on, dude. You gotta be joking, man. Oh, well, okay. I'm gonna just pass here. I can wait. But yeah, dude, like, playing to qualify for anything here, too much games, too much games. You're probably gonna lose your mind. People are probably lost their minds already, playing that much. I was also considering playing. That's probably one of the metas I personally understand very well. And, you know, I have, like, dude, okay, some people might disagree with some of my choices for, like, better and worse decks, but I do understand how every deck functions here, which is the most important part. You do need to know every matchup and all that. And I did want to play, but, you know, I was thinking about it, but then I was like, dude, there's probably gonna be like 10 random guys who are gonna play for 72 hours non-stop. I'll have to not train, not sleep, not go out, not do anything just to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's very much not worth it to me. And you know, you might not even get to the highest level, right? Oh, I actually respect people who grind that hard and they have like very strong mentality to continue playing. I do respect a lot of these players, but to me it's just not worth it health wise, and you know, it's just not healthy for the body and in general. I wouldn't recommend that to anyone really. Also preparing for the TCG nuts in my region so I could go full on Master Do. Nice. By the way, if they design Master Do to be more like TCG and basically play like 10 matchups, you know, approximately 10 matchups and all that, that's a lot better. Because then, oh my god, I forgot to activate Card of Safe Return. Oh my god, I would have drawn like... Bro, I am so stupid, dude, there's no way. I would have drawn so many cards. Oh man, I'm not paying any... At this point, I'm just not paying any attention. I just click buttons and I talk on stream. Too much talking, dude. Too much yapping about stuff. I missed on drawing one card. And yeah, I mean, at least one card. So very bad stuff. Not cool, not cool. Alright, well, I mean, I'm just gonna crash that. Also, yeah, 100% understandable. Yeah, of course. I think if they make it with brackets, that would be so much better, but I understand why they don't do it. It's just too much. Like, there's too many people playing the game, of course. Okay, I'm gonna play final game, then I'm gonna yap about things for a little bit, and yeah, a little bit of a shorter stream, unfortunately, but it is what it is, dude. Sometimes, you know, it happens. But, you know, I already experienced every deck that I wanted to in this event, so I'm good with that. I think I've played everything that I wanted to. Bro, and I forgot to look up the assault mode again. Okay, I'm so sorry, dude. I just keep forgetting. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm talking so much about stuff that I just forget about this. Sorry. But I am pretty sure assault mode is not available because you don't have... No, wait, it could be because you have the red ice and the stardust. Maybe it is. I don't know, dude. I did well on the second stage. I got like 20,000 points and I reached up 250. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's a nice score. Especially if you don't play that much. It would be really hard to do. It would be like 2-3 weeks to do it properly. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a long time if they do it with brackets, and it's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal, and there are so many Yu-Gi-Oh players that is just ridiculous. You can't really do it with brackets, but brackets are a lot safer and a lot more normalized way of doing this. Because, you know, a ton of people don't even try to qualify for anything because they have to play so much. Like, no one is willing to play that much. Like, dude, the main portion of people who are willing to play that much would be streamers and content creators. Even then, a lot of content creators don't want to do that too, right? Because it's not just, oh yeah, I do this for a living, or oh yeah, I do play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, because it's just like a lot of pressure there, time consuming and all that. It's just horrible. I don't know. As much as I would like to try and, you know, get a high score and grind, that's not the way to do it. If they make it brackets, best of one, I'm all for that. I will be absolutely competing every time, but you know, if they don't do that, well, too bad. So yeah, I do think that TCG makes it a lot better in terms of how they do it, just off of the fact that it's way more accessible and less time consuming. All right, we do have a pretty cool line of play. What are they having? What is that? I don't think they have anything here, but... So we have one of the most OG lines here with Pyramid Turtle and Creature Swap. We can just swap the monsters, destroy the creature, the Pyramid Turtle, and then just float, but whatever, okay. Anyways, okay, let's just play another one, because that really didn't count as a game. That was kind of a quicker one. Alright. By the way, Master Duel already went with 3 different formats from 3 different years, and we're so far at 2008. Next format could be maybe Edison. Like, you know, we're getting close to that point. Or dude, I would love it if they make a format about 2013, 2014 decks where Burning Abyss is actually a good deck, you know, and there's like, you know, all of the cool Shadow stuff there as well. Bro, that would be great to play in an era where Shadow and Burning Abyss were good. I really want to play that. I wasn't available, I couldn't play back then during that era, but I very much wanted to. It would have been amazing, so fun. Okay, so let me just do a little bit of crashing. Bro. Alright, well, that's a little annoying anyways. There's past turn. You forgot to check. Bro. I don't know. No problem. This is gonna be a quick one. The guy's just gonna smoke me here with this. 3400 attack beatsticks. What? Wait, this destroys itself. That's so bad. Oh, he's playing Diamond Dude Turbo. Oh, wow. This is such a cool deck, by the way. Diamond Dude is so cool. I like it. This is basically Diamond Dude allowing you to equip stuff to it. That's very nice. Okay. That's cool. We get Diddy Curl. That doesn't really matter too much. Okay. Let's do some crashing here. Oh yeah, of course, no problem, bro. You gotta be joking. Seriously? Man, I'm gonna lose the game now. This is 12, 14, 26, and with Diamond Dude effect, it's... yeah. Yeah. Bro. Oh, this is gonna float, so technically it's not GG, but... okay. Ooh, alright. There's a chance. There's a chance. I am gonna float into a bunch of things. Activate, float. I'm gonna go... Plague Spreader. Yep, that's fine. Alright, we do have a chance. Alright, come on. We got this. So... ooh, that's big. Creature swap is big here. Let's think about it. Let's do this. Let's activate creature swap. Swap Pyramid Turtle for whatever they give us. Alright. Let's now go Mizuki. Return to deck Diddy Crow. Special summon, not Mezuki, what am I talking about? Plague Spreader. Summon Colossal Fighter, maybe? No, yeah, actually, yeah, that's probably gonna be better. Alright, we do this. Then we activate Book of Life. We bring back Pyramid Turtle. We banish the whatever this is. Special. Alright, we're cooking, guys. We're cooking. That's gonna return the banish card, which is gonna be Plague Spreader Zombie. Okay. Now we can use it again, because it's not once per turn. That's very good. That's gonna give us a level 6 Synchro, which can go into Hades, which is actually very good, by the way. Not a bad card. Now the problem is... Oh, yeah, never mind, it's fine. Okay, we're gonna deal with that. 50 damage. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I should have attacked first with... I should have attacked with Pyramid Turtle, but honestly, that's not that big of a deal. Because even if they get Axe of Despair, they have nothing else, right? So it's still like, whatever. But in general, I should have attacked Pyramid Turtle first. That would have been better. But we scored the win. Alright, dude. We took control back of the game, dude. That was nice. Pretty cool game. Dude, I don't know, man. I just like zombies whenever I have the chance to play them in old school formats. They're so cool, bro. In gold format, they're really cool. In this format, they're really cool. In the old that format, they're also nice. Like, seriously, dude. I can show you the gold format version of them, and it's also fun. Where is it? This one. Dude, this is a gold format list. I actually got rid of one Solemn. I probably shouldn't have, but whatever. Okay, I should craft another one, maybe. This is the gold format list. It's pretty much the same with just more destruction effects, and it's still very good. And by the way, this card's not limited to one, which is, yeah, crazy. So yeah, they're always kind of nice. And now I'm gonna check about the assault mode, dude. I'm gonna check. Wait. Assault mode. Oh, it is available. It is available. Wow. They have the doggo. Okay, so the doggo gets this. This goes for either Red Dragon Archfiend or Stardust. Okay, that's kind of cool. After damage calculation, destroy one other monster on the field. When its card field destroyed, turn one Red Dragon Archfiend, whatever. When a card effects activate, choose this card, negate. Wow. Okay, that's a pretty strong idea there. All you gotta do is just summon a Stardust, and if you wanna play it, by the way, I'm just gonna show you quickly how you can do that. Because I have a perfect idea how to play it. So, I'm not gonna play it because I don't have time for that, unfortunately, but you probably do something like this. Maybe even a third one, or like 2 is fine. No, actually 3. I'm gonna explain why. One of each of these. Can that summon them from anywhere but the deck? Oh, it's only from the deck? Okay, never mind, I guess. Two. You just play Foolish Burial. And you just play a bunch of mills. I was thinking about Lightsworn, but it's not a good idea because you don't want to mill them. So I guess something else would be nice. Let me check what can be good for this. No, unfortunately, yeah, I mean, I didn't know that. I mean, I guess some floating is also nice. So maybe... Let's think. Okay, I have an idea now. It's still gonna be a zombie list because I think it will be better, but I think something like that and like that would be good. Just to get on the field a bunch of zombies, and then you can float into it if you'd like. And basically, you can just play like a full zombie deck from here, if I'm being honest. I don't know. because my zombie deck has a lot of opportunities to summon these guys. I would probably... Okay, let me just switch some of these cards here then. So let's say that I'm playing it... You can use the card that returns 5 cards from the graveyard. Yeah, that's also a nice card. Yeah, you're right. Oh, with Lightsworn, yeah, that's an idea. For sure. I guess you can play this, and then you cut... I guess you play one... I mean, you don't even need one. Yeah, I mean, something like this, I would say. And then you play... Assault Mode. Play these two, and you cut... What would be a nice card to cut? Not sure, really. I guess Solemn Judgment, but, you know, it's a good card. Okay, something like this. What is the tuner in this package? It's Plague Predator Zombie. That's it. All you gotta do now is just Pyramid Turtle, float into Plague Spreader, or just get the Plague Spreader, or just mill it with Foolish Burial. And all you need is just Assault Beast from there, and that's it. And that's gonna be it. Like, just once you have Assault Beast or Assault Mode activate, all you need is just access to this. You have Giant Rat that can go into Pyramid Turtle into this. You have Foolish Burial. You also have a lot of draw power, so that can be good. You can also return it from the Banish Zone to reuse it. And you just go Hades into Stardust into activate, or Hades Red Dragon into activate. I've done that so many times, but I haven't played the Assault Mode version of it. But you can do that very easily. Actually, that's a very cool deck. I should have played that one, dude. Now that I think about it, that's a very fun deck. Maybe I should have tried it out instead of playing a regular zombie deck. I don't know. Let me just check. How often are you gonna get the combo? Nope. So this, not combo again. I mean, you're gonna need to be a little bit lucky, not gonna lie. You are gonna need a little bit of luck. Here, you basically just need the Assault Dog. Okay, so this is a very good example. You already have what you need. Giant Rat floats into Pyramid, Pyramid into Plague Spreader. And that's all you need. You just go bring back a Pyramid Turtle with Book of Life and you summon it. That's it. It's very easy. The tuner can return a card from the hand to the deck. Yeah, it can. It can. And also, if you wanna have a little bit of synergy, you can also use Card of Safe Return the moment you're gonna return. This way you're gonna draw whatever you return. So technically you don't go -1 in the hand temporarily. So that's cool, you know. I'd say this is the best way to play it. The other way, of course, you play Lightsworn and then you just play Pot of Avarice and just return cards. But that's not ideal because that shuffles only monsters. So if you lose your copies of Assault Mode activate, that's it, right? So it's kind of a bad idea in my opinion. But it is nice still. I think this would be great. I don't think there's any more milling you can go for. Oh no, there is. Pardon me. What was it? There was one more card that allows you to mill cards, but I forgot about it. Oh wait, yeah. You can at least play Raikou because, you know, it's a good flip monster in general. But again, not necessary. Just helpful. Also, you don't need this, by the way. This card is useless. I don't know why I included it here. Probably you're gonna play a bunch of other level 6 and 8 synchros. Yeah, this guy would be very good because it's generic. And yeah, I mean, I guess these cards are also nice. You get the idea, yeah. That's kind of it. I think it's a very interesting way to play zombies. But I mean, it's a little more pricey, of course. It does cost a little more gems to get the Assault Mode cards. Not that much, but you know, kind of nice. I wouldn't say it's gonna be necessarily an incredible deck, if you play the assault mode cards, because these formats are all about tempo. So, you know, if you lose the tempo at first, it's gonna be very hard to rebuild it afterwards, and you're probably not gonna be able to even summon like synchro monsters and set it up properly. It depends on the hand, of course, but you know, it's basically just tempo, just Unga Bunga tempo and all that. You can give it a go if you want. I think that would be a fun deck. I'm not gonna lie. I would have played it if I thought about it earlier, but I didn't. So yeah, I really didn't use a lot of my imagination in this event, because it's like, you know, pretty old format, not as popular with some of the other options. So I just looked up a couple of decks. I saw what's available and I figured out a bunch of decks from there. I haven't really thought about like cooking a lot, but yeah, that would be a cool idea. However, I'm gonna end the stream in like 3 minutes, which is, yeah, a little unfortunate, but that was actually a very fun event. I think this is one of the better formats they could have introduced, by the way. It's not that annoying. It doesn't have floodgates that much, which is great. I mean, they kind of gotten rid of some of the floodgatey effects in the game, which was very good. For example, just to give you a quick example, Fossil Dyna is available here, unlimited. But the problem is it's only 1200 attack points, right? So you can just beat over it. So it's like, you know, not worth playing. The most worth playing floodgates are spells and traps, and there are not that many. When's next stream? It's gonna be Thursday. Thursday is gonna be next stream, same time. I'm gonna think about the gimmick for Thursday's stream. I thought about playing gold format, as I said in my previous stream, so we might do that. Gold format versus viewers, but we'll see. Of course, I'm gonna make a poll about it probably, and let everybody know before I start the stream and all that. It's still gonna be a little bit of surprise, because usually the schedule was different, but I wanted to switch the schedule a little bit to get the event and play on the event. It's a fun event, so you know. But I had a lot of fun. I think this event is a really fun one. Very underrated format, probably. A lot of people prefer playing Goat or Edison, but this format right here is actually one of the more fair ones, because it doesn't play a lot of unfairly strong cards and floodgates and all that. For example, Goat format is notorious for floodgates. There's so many floodgates there. If your opponent wants you to not be able to play the game, you're not gonna be able to do it. You have like a lot of them. Goat or Edison? Goat. I'm talking about Goat now. And you have so many floodgates. You have Limit Area B, Gravity Control, Messenger of Peace, you name it. You can just go for Burn, you can go for Insect. That is a very weird gimmick, but it's very good in Goat format, the Insect stuff. Oh man, I had the unfortunate luck of playing against a friend of mine who likes floodgates. He's fairly new to Yu-Gi-Oh! But when he sees a floodgate deck, he's like, oh yeah, that's a control deck. Seems fun. And we're playing the game, and we're sitting on like 28th turn. I can't do anything. I'm just like passing, and he's passing because it's a slow, grindy process of winning the game. And I'm like, yeah, dude, so fun. I'm having a wonderful time. That's amazing. For him, the funny thing is to not let your opponent play the game. That's the funny thing. I don't know how that's supposed to be funny, but I don't know, man. So yeah, this format doesn't have that many floodgates, which I do like. Probably, I would expect the next time we're gonna see a format like that, we're probably gonna go like 2010 onwards, maybe the Burning Abyss Shadow era, maybe the Edison, something like that, which will be crazy. If Edison comes, dude, I'm gonna abuse Necros. I don't care. I'm gonna play Necros like crazy, bro. There's no way. Probably Necros, and what else was good in Edison format? I've forgotten the format a little bit. I don't know. I don't remember, but yeah, definitely I'm gonna use some of the more broken decks there. But this time I decided to go with something more simplistic as an option, not play chaos decks. But yeah, I'm gonna think about it for sure. The live stream is gonna be 9 a.m. UTC, the same time as today. It's just that the gimmick of the stream it's still a little bit unclear. I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit better because some of the ideas have changed. Dragunity? Oh yeah, Dragunity was a good deck there. Yeah, that's also a fun deck. I do like Dragunity as well. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in to this live stream. Hope you had a fun time. I enjoyed playing a bunch of cool decks, and I'll see you next time, of course. You can also check out more content in the channel, of course. I did upload a video yesterday playing on this event, so if you want to see that, feel free to do that. And yeah, again, I'll see you Thursday, and I'll let you know what we're gonna do for Thursday stream in the community tab in YouTube section. But have a great day, and bye.